Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Central Iowa Sports Network pregame show. It is Week 6. I am your host, Blake Walker. Can you believe it? It's Week 6 already. It's insane. We got 2 games tonight on the docket for the Central Iowa Sports Network, but first we got a little bit of pre-show to go here before we get you to your 2 big games tonight. We got our top 5 plays of last week, coach interviews, rankings, and much, much more. We'll jump right into our top 5 plays from Week 5. Jumping into our CISN top 5 plays from Week 5. We'll start out with number 5, Des Moines East, trailing against Ankeny Centennial. But how about this throw? Devin Holman down the sideline right into the basket of Braden Johnston. A beautiful pitch and catch. Take a look at the replay once again. Nice play fake. Johnson streaks right past the corner. Nice pitch and catch for 27 yards for Des Moines East. Going on to number 4, Drake DeGroat. Early in the first quarter against Ames, DeGroat 55-yard touchdown pass to Noah Craycraft. Look at the speed by Craycraft. He goes all the way. Valley gets a huge win, their first win of the season, 52-13 over the Ames Little Cyclones. On to number 3, we go back to Centennial, where Des Moines East trying to get downfield on 2nd and 7. There's a little bit of a high pass picked off by Drake Dittmer. Balanced it off his hands and then takes it to the house. Gets perfect blocking all the way downfield. A beautiful pick 6 for Ankeny Centennial, who just continued to pour it on against the Scarlets. We'll start and go back to the beginning of this game for number 2. This is the first play of the game. Elijah Porter gets a heck of a block and goes 63 yards to the house and completely outruns the entire defense. Centennial started quick and never looked back in a 72-0 win over Des Moines East in week number 5. Good win for the Jaguars. We'll go to number 2 and we head over to Waukee Northwest, where Sam Johnson, to end the first quarter, already up 22-0, goes on 29 yards to the end zone. Maverick Inman makes an incredible grab, rips it away from the DB's hands. It was one of his 2 touchdown catches on the evening. Take a look at the replay. Johnson, just a beautifully placed ball. Inman rips it away. Northwest would go on to win 64-0. Those were your top 5 plays of Week 5. It's time to move on to our rankings, courtesy of the Cedar Rapids Gazette throughout Class 5A. Let's take a look at those right now. Southeast Polk, Dowling Catholic, Bettendorf, still 1, 2, 3. Most of these rankings are still the same. The only change is near the bottom. We'll talk about that here in a second. So Southeast Polk at 1, Dowling Catholic at 2, Bettendorf at 3. All 3 of those teams look to keep the train rolling. Bettendorf gets a really tough game this week against Cedar Rapids Kennedy, who is at the 7 spot. Pleasant Valley at number 4. Their only loss is to Bettendorf. Waukee sits at number 5 after they escaped Johnston. Centennial at number 6. No movement for the Jaguars. Kennedy at number 7 after their big win against Iowa City High, 64-31. Ankeny at number 8. Keep an eye on the Hawks. A 3-2 team, but man, they're starting to put things together. Waukee Northwest at number 9. Johnston drops out of the top 10 and is replaced by Cedar Rapids Prairie, who gets a big game against Ankeny this week. That is your top 10 rankings. Thank you to the Cedar Rapids Gazette for providing those. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with coach interviews ahead of our big games tonight. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network pregame show.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
It's the DeArmond Ford Indianola Kickoff Event. Score big on a new F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus $3,750 rebate. Get charged up with a Mach-E and lease for $449 a month. All Americans Ford Escape and Edge. New Edge for $399 a month flex buy. And the new Escape, 2.9% for 75 months, plus $500 rebate. Join our winning team at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the CIML Football Pregame Show. I am your host, Blake Walker. It's time to jump into some coach interviews before we get you to the big game tonight. I had the chance to sit down with Coach Zelenovich ahead of their big game tonight against each other on the gridiron. Here with Coach Brad Zelenovich of Southeast Polk. Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win against Sioux City East. Walk me through that win, having to take a little bit of a road trip up to Sioux City, getting the job done.
Yeah. We hadn't been up there in a while, so you forget, that's a long day. But our kids handled it well, got a decent group in terms of some veterans. We had a ton of road trips last year and going to the eastern side of the state. So, they handled it well. We started fast and played pretty well at times and, got out of there with a win.
I got to ask, because you guys have been clicking on all cylinders, it feels like. What's been better? Has it been your offense or has it been your defense, would you say, that's really gotten you guys over the top this year?
Well, it's hard to say, I think, at times we've played really good complementary football, where, we're getting stops and have been pretty good, in our special teams and our coverage units, backing people up and making them drive the field and getting off the field defensively. And then obviously, creating some short fields for our offense to execute and score. So it's hard to say. I think that there's been times where we've had lapses, a couple 3-and-outs here and there. Penalties have gotten us some drives Friday. And then, on third down a little bit at times on defense, we've had trouble getting off the field. But, when you play teams that we played thus far and that we'll continue to play, you got to be solid in all three phases and play complementary football. And I think, our kids understand that. And, that's the goal every week. And, like I said, there's been glimpses of that, but, obviously there's always areas to improve.
You guys have been great in the air. There's no doubt about that, but your 13 touchdown passes to 13 touchdowns on the ground. How have you kept the balance? You're not running as much rushing yard wise, but you're still getting into the end zone. How have you found that balance here on offense?
Well, and that's been a challenge for our guys, up front. As we've, navigated the schedule, the first part of the year is, we don't, we try and be balanced in production, not necessarily play calls and yardage. I think sometimes people, people that chase stats are worried about, those types of numbers and we're not, it's about scoring points. So whether it's a 1-play drive or, a 16-play drive, the goal is obviously to score points when you have those opportunities. And, we've kind of gotten a little bit more balance here lately, and that's been an emphasis. We're trying to pride ourselves on being a line of scrimmage program. And so, we feel like you got to run the football and defend the run at this level to win. And so it's been good to see, that production, being able to be diverse, offensively, to be able to attack, these good defenses in multiple different ways.
We'll talk about Friday night against Johnston, a team that is a fumble away from being 3-2 coming into this game. What do you see? They're very good defensively. They turn the ball over quite a bit. What have you guys looked at or zoned in on here this past week in practice? Yeah,
they're a really good team. I'd say they're a handful of plays from being 5-0, a couple here and there. And they got a veteran group back. Obviously their quarterbacks played a lot of football for them, but like you said, defensively, they jump out at you. They're not
not only are they turning you over, but they're not giving up a lot of points. So, teams have really struggled to move the ball and drive the ball against them consistently. So that's what jumps out on film there. And then, their big play ability on offense, starting with the quarterback and, his weapons on the perimeter. They're a good football team. They've had some down luck the last couple of weeks, lost some really close games against good teams. So, we know, the challenge that we have ahead of us Friday night.
You go back and watch film, I'm sure. Do you go back and watch film from the Dome last year when you played them, or you just kind of toss that out the window because a lot changes?
Well, no, yeah. I mean, you kind of gaze at some of that stuff, I think, schemes, they haven't had any, turnover coaching wise. So, schemes are similar in certain aspects of the game. So we'll take a gander at that. Obviously, we're a different team. They're a different team, but, there's some fundamental things that, both of us, do. And so, we'll take a look at that and have taken a look at that and, kind of pile that up with the other film from this season.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. Wish you and the Rams the best of luck on Friday night.
All right. Thank you very much.
Once again, we want to take an opportunity to thank all the head coaches that sit down and chat with us every single week. We really appreciate it greatly and gives you, the audience, a chance to see what they're thinking going into the big game. We got one more break, and then we'll wrap things up with the take a look at the top games of the week and a couple more final thoughts before we get you to the big game. We'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network pregame show.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Welcome back to the CIML Football Pregame Show. I am your host, Blake Walker. Let's wrap things up, take a look at some games to watch tonight, and a couple more final thoughts before we send you off to your game here in just a few minutes. Let's start with our games to watch tonight, starting with 2 on the Central Iowa Sports Network this evening. Southeast Polk takes on Johnston. The Dragons were a fumble away from being 3-2, and in Coach Zelenovich's words, Johnston is a few plays away from being 5-0. Keep an eye on that Dragons defense. They will be an issue tonight versus Southeast Polk. Valley takes on Waukee Northwest. Pretty much a one big final challenge for Northwest before they get the season off and rolling toward the end of it. Valley trying to build off the win against Ames last week. The Tigers are in must-win mode to get to the playoffs. Dowling Catholic taking on Ankeny Centennial. That game's over on WHL 13 tonight. Dowling Catholic tries to remain undefeated. Centennial trying not to slip to 3-3, but if they do, they're still one of the best 3-3 teams in the state. The Jags have a chance to upset the Maroons. A couple more games out east that we want to keep an eye on. Cedar Rapids Kennedy takes on Bettendorf. Kennedy, the top prolific passing attack in Class 5A, takes on a tough defensive Bettendorf Bulldog team that's only given up 8 points per game. Something's going to give tonight. Can the Bulldogs remain undefeated with their first true test on the season? Cedar Rapids Prairie takes on Ankeny, 2 3-2 teams. Ankeny, I tell you what, they're really good. They're getting better. Keep an eye out for that one. And then Cedar Falls takes on Pleasant Valley. PV trying to stay atop of some rankings at the number 4 position in the Cedar Rapids Gazette. Drake Gelhaus and Cedar Falls will be ready. That should be a good game over there in eastern Iowa. That will do it for us here on the CISN Football Pregame Show. We appreciate everyone for watching. I'm Blake Walker saying so long. Enjoy your Football Friday. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Southeast Polk Stadium here for Week 6. The CIML matchups are back and rolling. It's the Southeast Polk Rams at 5-0, taking on the 2-3 Johnston Dragons. Hello, everyone. Blake Walker along with my partner, Tim Halbert, tonight. Tim, good to see you back over from, pulled you away from Paul Yeager over there at Ankeny Stadium. Welcome to Southeast Polk Stadium. We got a great one tonight. Johnston, losers of 2 straight, 2-3 on the season. Southeast Polk 5-0. I talked with Coach Zelenovich earlier this week, and he said Johnston's just a couple plays away from being 5-0. Don't let the records show Johnston's a better team than they come across as.
Yeah, they were previously in the week or the month they were a ranked team like as high as 5 or 6. So they've got the kudos. They've lost some heartbreakers by 6 points and 4 points. They're a little turnover prone with the younger quarterback, but yeah, they can play defense quite well.
It's going to be an interesting one all across the board. A couple players that we want to take an eye out for is the first one. It's Sam Zelenovich, the wide receiver, the leading wide receiver for Southeast Polk this season. Coach's son didn't play a ton last year, but you've seen him. I've seen him before. He's one of the top talents in Class 5A.
Yes, he can go down. He can take it downfield. He goes across the middle. He's that sneaky receiver you always have to count for. He lines up wide, lines up in the slot. Surprisingly came up there. He's already got 29 catches on the season. He is a go-to target, for Moberly.
29 catches, 433 yards, and 4 touchdowns this season. You can see some of his highlights on your screen now. He is just all over, and he's only a junior. And like I said, he didn't play much last year as a sophomore, but he stepped in. Carson Robbins, another player that's very good for Southeast Polk on the offensive side. And as you can see, just phenomenal breakaway speed, can get open whenever it matters. He's also got a very talented quarterback in Connor Moberly. On the other side for Johnston, the key tonight, you got 2 keys, I'd say. Don't turn the ball over, and Will Nuss has to have one of his best games. Will Nuss, young, but has a pretty good arm.
He does. He passes really well. If he has good protection, he can step up in the pocket. He does have a good arm. He can throw it, to both sides of the field, down the middle. He's got over 1,000 yards. He's got more yards than Moberly does. Yeah. But he's got 9 touchdown passes on the season. But given the rush, he's got 9 interceptions on the season so far.
He was a sophomore starter last season for Johnston. These two teams played at the Dome last year in the state semifinals. It was Southeast Polk that came away with the win. A lot to look forward to tonight. Feels like a must-win for the Dragons after last week's heartbreaking loss, 14-10 against Waukee. They fumbled with 50 seconds to go, and Waukee took it all the way back for 6. They also lost to Ankeny 16-10. And one last thing before we go to break, Tim. Johnston's defense, they're not giving up a ton. This is one of the better defenses in the state of Iowa.
Yes, you earn it when you score against them. They've held teams down. I saw the Ankeny game earlier this year. So they're a tough group to do a long drive against. So we'll see that early matchup. How does Southeast Polk handle this, very physical, very quick defense that Johnston throws out there?
We'll take a break, be back for your opening kickoff at Southeast Polk in Johnston, coming up on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
It's the DeArmond Ford Indianola kickoff event. Score big on a new F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus $3,750 rebate. Get charged up with a Mach-E and lease for $449 a month. All Americans Ford Escape and Edge. New Edge for $399 a month flex buy. And the new Escape, 2.9% for 75 months, plus $500 rebate. Join our winning team at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. The dynasty continues to roll on. It's Southeast Polk, winner of 2 straight state championships. And oh, by the way, technically the longest winning streak in Class 5A at 8 straight games. Taking on the Johnston Dragons at 2-3. Blake Walker, Tim Hauber here with you this evening from Southeast Polk Stadium. The Rams taking the field right now. Tim, we talked about Johnston's defense, but I don't think we can be remiss if we don't talk about this Southeast Polk offense. One of the top offenses in the state, behind one of the best quarterbacks in the state.
Yeah, Connor Moberly, I watched him play a few weeks ago. I think he's the best quarterback I've seen this year by far. Maybe the last several years. He's athletic. He's 6'4". He's an Iowa State commit. He follows through on his passes. I saw him carve up doing all the short passes, screen passes, deep routes. He's a complete ball player at quarterback, so they go through him. If he's on, if he gets in a rhythm, he's going to be tough to stop.
He's thrown 1 interception the entire season. That was week 1 against Valley. He has been perfect ever since. 13 touchdowns, 1 interception. You said it, Will Nuss has thrown more yards, but Moberly's been a little bit more efficient. Moberly, a 2-year starter. Experienced, comfort in the pocket. He gets rid of the ball very quickly. You're not going to see him hold on to it very long. And tonight, we get to see another big challenge for the Johnston Dragons, who, when you look at it, it feels like tonight's a must-win, but the rest of their schedule seems to line up pretty nicely for them.
It evens up a little bit. You know, they're 2-3. I think they're still playoff bound. I think they could get to either they're a 5-4 team, maybe even with an upset tonight. So how this comes out, they've played a gauntlet. They've played some of the top teams out there, and I think it's just if you could survive that first 5 games of the season and come out 2-3, a lot of 3-2 teams out there, so everybody's kind of knocking each other off as they go through. Outside of Southeast Polk and Dowling and probably Bettendorf, everybody else is taking turns. You know, it's a gauntlet.
Southeast Polk's scheduled to start the season, a win against Valley to open up. Win against Ankeny Prairie, hold off a really close game against Centennial, and then took care of business up at Sioux City East last week. Johnston started the win with a win against Waukee, starts in the season with a win against Waukee Northwest, fell to Cedar Falls, beat Valley, but then 2 back-to-back losses to Ankeny and Waukee, 16-10, and then last week had the win in grasp. All they were trying to do was run out the ball, and Will Nuss fumbles it. and Waukee just so happened to take it all the way back for 6, but still only gave up 7 points. We already talked about defense. I feel like the main key tonight, let's go your keys of the game, I guess, and I feel like for Johnston it's pretty straightforward. You can't turn the ball over.
Yeah, no, don't turn the ball over. Make them earn their yards. I think if Johnston kind of makes sure that Southeast Polk offense doesn't get in a rhythm and go down the field and do long drives at them and get out so the defense isn't on the field all night long, they've got a good shot at doing this because they got a good quarterback and a very balanced offense.
We've been waiting for it. When does Will Nuss take that next step? Had a great season. He's been through the gauntlet. He's played a full season, took his team to the state tournament last year to the Dome, lost to this Southeast Polk team. This is a different Southeast Polk team. Talking to Coach Zelenovich in that pregame show, he said, yeah, our personnel is a little different. They don't have a Busama anymore, thank goodness for Johnston. But they have the keys able to get through it. You've seen both these two teams earlier this season, both at Ankeny Stadium. What stood off the page?
I think, Johnston's got some skilled players. They got Sampson there at tight end. He's the University of Minnesota commit. He's a big target. He's already got 5 touchdown catches, so he's that go-to guy. He's a quarterback's best friend. He's got the tight end. That's who he wants to go to, and they got that balanced offense. So that was impressive there. Southeast Polk, they just grind. If they get a lead on you, you know it's going to be a long night. But there was a quarterback passing, and that night, I think it was 4 touchdown passes, I believe, and 2 rushing touchdowns, by Moberly. So he was a complete quarterback. He took over the game. So not letting Moberly get comfortable and then find this rhythm.
Southeast Polk has forced 9 interceptions this year, 3 of which from Caden Hills, 3 of which from Manny Gay. Keep an eye on those 2 tonight. Johnston has forced 8. It is week 6 of the Iowa high school football season. It feels like week 1. Highs got up to the 90s today. I'm sure we're still sitting at about 85 plus. It has been that kind of week here, but relief is on the way. It looks like this is the final hot Friday of the season as we continue to roll along. So Johnston will kick this thing off. Southeast Polk elected to receive. And Sam Zelenovich and Carson Robbins will be the ones back to receive as we get ready to go. Will Safris is the one to kick for the Dragons. Week 6 of Iowa high school football here in the Metro is underway here at Southeast Polk Stadium. And that one will go back in the end zone and down for a touchback. Connor Moberly leads his offense out. He's been the main show. 74 for 111, 967 yards, 13 touchdowns, 1 interception. But Tim, it's his wide receiving core that really stands out as one of the top in the state of Iowa.
Yes, we talked a lot about Sam Zelenovich, looking at, Robbins, Falloon out there. Lundgren doesn't get as many catches, but he also has 2 touchdown receptions as a tight end position. That's a big blocking position. We'll see how they play in that inline format. They're pretty much line up in 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back.
First down and 10. They'll start from the 20. Moberly will hand off on the first play of the game, and running forward, not much room, is C.J. Phillip, the Dowling Catholic transfer. And he'll maybe get a couple. Johnston's linebacker core, Tim, that's kind of the bread and butter. That's where you get a lot of tackles. But one thing about the Dragons, only 2 team sacks the entire season. It's not like they're getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, they aren't as big in the defensive line, but they run that 4-down lineman. They chew up a lot of the blocks, let the linebacker scrape and make the plays.
Second down and long. Moberly back to throw. Has to get rid of it late. And, dangerous pass thrown out to the sidelines. Intended for his wide receiver, Sam Zelenovich. And an early 3rd down. You and I talked about, Tim, before we got going on air. This game will be dictated on the first couple drives. It sure does feel like it. And Johnston is one of those tough, grinded-out teams. They're not going to give up big plays downfield.
No, and Jeff Scott there, did a good job getting the rush there, making Moberly pass it sooner than he wanted to.
Johnston gives Southeast Polk 5 free yards, and it makes a 3rd and 8 a little bit more manageable at 3rd down and 2. There's a good hard count by Moberly.
That'll translate well into the next level that he takes next year.
I believe that was Jeff Scott, the junior defensive lineman who jumped. He has been taken out of the game. They make a couple adjustments. And it's 3rd down and short instead of 3rd down and 8 for Southeast Polk. Got that tight end slipped off left tackle. Moberly, quick shot outside, and it is dropped. Great pass breakup on the near side by J.J. Shaw.
Yeah, he came closer. He's been watching film. He knows what Slimfish is going to do, so he broke on that really quickly. He's also going back to receive the punt. But that's, a 3-and-out. We didn't expect that, from this defense. They play well. They're quick out there. I think that's one thing that Southeast Polk is finding out is how fast Johnston does play on defense and get that timing reset.
Hunter Chanthapon will be the one to punt for Southeast Polk, and back to receive is, I believe, Tay Proctor and then J.J. Shaw. And the punt is up in the air, coming up to go get it, and caught at about the 48-yard line. Nice grab by J.J. Shaw. Johnston gets wonderful field position to start things out. They're led by their junior quarterback, Will Nuss, a full season under his belt. Led Johnston to the state semifinals last year up at Cedar Falls. 9 touchdowns, but 9 interceptions. 1,004 yards. He's a gunslinger, and they're not afraid to give him the ball.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if they come out passing right away, if they want to do something roll and get him moving a little bit. If they want to start the run game and see if they can get some positive yards in the first couple carries.
An interesting matchup to keep an eye out on. Manny Gay, 5'8", lined up on Will Simpson, Jacob Simpson, 6'5", over here on the near side. That one's bobbled. D'Angelo Barku will turn the corner, and Barku gets upfield for about 8 or so. And he'll get close to the first down marker. You saw Barku in the game against Ankeny, and you also witnessed his firsthand speed.
Yeah, he is fast. He's 5'9". Zelenovich says, Woodley says, if he was 6 foot, he'd be all state. He's got some wheels on him. I saw him take an 80-yard touchdown pass reception, and I said 79 of it was Barku. And this guy's got the outside. He does have some wheels.
Absolutely phenomenal weapon to have in the backfield. They'll move him to Will Nuss's right, and they'll move a man in motion. That's Adrian Bradis. Barku gets the carry and will push forward, and he should have enough for the first down, and he does. Johnston has not run the ball well this season, not as good as some teams. It might be part of the playbook tonight, establish the run against a team that wouldn't maybe expect you to go the ground game as much.
Martin generally has been the starter, so Barku is in the starting tailback position. So but then what he got was 8 yards on the first carry, so it's a lot better to have second and short than second and 10.
One of the offensive linemen at left guard, Dominic LaPera, is down. Kind of got up and then kind of sat right back down, so they'll tend to him. We'll step aside for a quick second. We'll be back and give you an update on the injury. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Face it, it's Iowa and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Dominic LaPera getting helped off the field, is walking on his power with his own power for the most part. 6'1", 265. Noted down as the left guard, so he's going to hobble off, and they'll have to bring in a backup. But Johnston trying to establish the ground game here early.
Yeah, they did a good job. See, it's a really warm night tonight. It's a little humid out there, so we'll see how, if cramping happens, later on in the game. Sometimes it always happens that first game, so we'll see if tonight's heat does affect these guys at all.
They really stacked the box here with Jacob Simpson off left tackle. I think got twin tight ends look. They'll go play action fake. Nuss going to fire downfield. This is caught at the sticks, and that's going to be a first down upfield to Nathan King.
Yeah, he had Simpson wide open there in the short, but he went with the deep route. It's a good read by him because he had a lot of King had a lot of gap there on the sideline, so picked up 10 quick yards, got another first down. So nice little drive here Johnston has to start the game.
You almost, in an environment like this on the road, you come out and score your first drive, you really set the precedent to start things out. They double up wide receivers on the left and right side. New set of downs. First down from the 29. Nuss fires quick and incomplete, but I think we're going to get a pass interference on number 9, Manny Gay. I think he had his hand or most of his body wrapped around, I think Simpson was the wide receiver.
Yeah, Simpson's lined up wide to the right, cuts over there. take the a quick slant in there, and then they cut in front of the defensive back. So good quick play there. Quick out, look in by Nuss. That gives them 10 yards, should give them another first down.
Yeah, that is a first down easily, half a distance to the goal. So a mistake on Manny Gay's part, and it is a first down inside the red zone for the Johnston Dragons. How about this start by Johnston?
Yep, should bring up first and goal. Nope, first and 10 on the 14. I like the yard mark. I'm looking across the way, and I'm seeing
you can see the number.
For me, being a little bit older, I'm going, I like being able to see the down marker on the far sideline.
So first down and 10 from the 14. Dragons trying to take off here offensively. Have yet to score more than 23 points this season. The magic number might be 24 for the Dragons in some ways, but their defense has done a lot of the heavy lifting, seeing if the offense could do something here. Nuss pitches it outside to Barku, and Barku, man, he's shifty. Gets upfield for about 3 or 4. It'll bring up second down.
Vanderbrink did a nice job, setting the edge on the outside, causing, Barku to cut it up. I think he had some room to the outside to run, but a good job by the outside linebacker sealing that off. Southeast Polk generally runs that 4-2-5 defense, very similar if you're a Hawkeye fan. It's a very similar defense to what they like to run.
Second down and 8 from the 12. Johnston's gone to the air a couple times, but off a couple play actions. There's your play action fake. He'll go short to his tight end, Simpson. Simpson breaks a couple tackles, and he's going to be close to the first down. He will have it. It'll be first and goal at about the 3-yard line for the Dragons. Same play design. That time he checks back down to Simpson.
Yeah, run that little inline, keeping Simpson in the inside, and he runs off like he scrapes off and gets out there in the flat. It's a good read by Nuss getting it out there, and a good run by, he'd have been tackled short, but, Simpson's a good athlete. He could cut it up and picked up another 3-4 yards at his own to get the first down.
They're going to put Simpson wide out to the left and stack the box. Nuss is under center. He'll go handoff to Barku, and Barku will spin into a herd of defenders and maybe get about half a yard. Johnston definitely not getting fancy here, at least to start.
Yeah, you always wonder when the quarterback has taken shotgun through the whole game, they go under center. They don't do it that often. That tends to be where you could get a mishandle, but when you're getting close, I think Woodley likes to have that security of the quarterback under center when you're this close to the goal line.
Caden Kane has to check out for Southeast Polk. His helmet comes off. So the Rams had to throw in somebody else. It's about the same formation here for the Dragons. Nuss back to throw. End zone lob, touchdown, Johnston.
Yeah, that's a mismatch on the outside. Looking at the size there. He's up against Trey Lust. Trey Lust is, not a small defensive back, but when Sampson gets out there, it's a nice little lob pass. So quick 6 here. Nice drive.
That was a beautiful drive. Just kind of boxed out his defender. Jacob Simpson with his 6th touchdown of the season.
Like a basketball player sitting up down inside the post, turning his back and presenting his body.
Johnston will line this thing up for an extra point. Snap, hold, kick on the way, and it's right down the middle. The Dragons strike first on the road, 7-0. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Dragons on top of the Rams. A 7-play, 52-yard drive gives Johnston the early lead here on the road, as it'll be Will Saffris to kick this thing back to awaiting Sam Zelenovich and Carson Robbins, and this kick will not stand a chance out of the back of the end zone. Tim, you said it right when we went to break. That'll take the crowd out of it, and that's exactly what Johnston needed to do.
Yeah, fans seem a little uncomfortable, like, what's going on here? But that was a nice drive, mix of plays. They didn't have any second long, third and longs out there, so it was a very smart play, good play overall. And that set up, the defense did a 3-and-out to start the game, gave themselves really good field position. So, and we talked about the Johnston defense. They're fast, they're aggressive playing there. So see what the second series holds for Southeast Polk. Now they've known what this Johnston defense is bringing it to them.
First down and 10 from the 20. Rams trying to set things up. Almost had an interception last time, Johnston's defense did. C.J. Phillip gets the carry going the left side, and he is stood up. Maybe going to get about a yard or two before he gets caught by the linebackers.
Ran into that whole right side of that defense.
And that's a good linebacker core. You got Colin Hodap, Jacob Helgeson, and Jacob Yanni. Three very talented linebackers in there that will make it hard on Southeast Polk. This is the best defense Southeast Polk has faced all year by far. Second and long, high snap, play fake. Moberly's going to fire it downfield. He's got a man wide open. Sam Zelenovich makes a cutback. Zelenovich cuts another way, and it's going to be a way big first down to about the 28-yard line. That is what Sam Zelenovich can give you if you're Southeast Polk.
Yeah, waiting for that. He came down the hash mark, came and did a little cut outside to the numbers, took it upfield. Moberly waited for him to make his cut. Then he took it back in, made a couple nice moves to bring it down to the 22-yard line.
Boy, almost had breakaway speed, but a good saving tackle by Johnston. And the Rams are moving quick here. First down and 10 from the 24 is what they're going to mark it. Moberly. Phillips. C.J. Phillip breaks free up the middle. Phillips racing toward the end zone. He is in. Touchdown, Southeast Polk.
Good inside blocking there. Looking at Gavin Douglas, Parker Strong in there getting a good block. They're running up inside that A gap, which is right outside between the center guard position. They kind of blew the hole wide open. If that linebacker doesn't fill in there right away, it's going to be open. That's the 22-yard touchdown run.
Great breakaway speed by C.J. Phillip, the Downlink Catholic transfer. And Hunter Chanthapon is a extra point away from tying this thing up. And it is right down the middle. What a response by Southeast Polk. 7-7 early, because of course it is. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
It's the DeArmond Ford Indianola kickoff event. Score big on a new F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus $3,750 rebate. Get charged up with a Mach-E and lease for $449 a month. All Americans Ford Escape and Edge. New Edge for $399 a month flex buy. And the new Escape, 2.9% for 75 months, plus $500 rebate. Join our winning team at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Welcome back to Southeast Polk Stadium. 7-7. Johnston goes downfield on the first drive of the ball game, grabs a touchdown. Southeast Polk takes it just 3 plays, also puts it in. Great tackle on the backside by the Rams. Now nowhere to go for J.J. Shaw. And Southeast Polk brings it back the other way. I think that was number 44, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, Cade Brockman, the junior, defensive lineman. Got some wheels, came down the field there and did a diving, got him by the shoestrings, but that's a big, big tackle because he had a wall there coming up the right side. He had a blocker in front of him, and he would have been gone for another probably 15, 20 yards. So now they're starting field position at the 16. Yep. See what Johnston comes out with the offense after that great drive.
Southeast Polk goes 55 yards on a Sam Zelenovich pass and then 24 yards to cap it for C.J. Phillip, and we're tied at 7. They'll go handoff to Barku, and look out, Barku working his way upfield. First down and more for D'Angelo Barku.
Yeah, Barku there. If the tackle's coming, he's going to deliver a hit when he gets out there. So he's got that quick little twitch speed out there. Lust there on the tackle.
That's a good open field tackle because a quick move, Barku could have been gone down the sideline.
Good blocking up there on the right side of that Johnston line. Popping him out there, giving him a lane to run.
First down and 10 from the 30 is where they're going to mark it. Barku in the backfield with Nuss. 2 wide receivers to this near side. Nuss back to throw. He's going to fire the cannon downfield, and he just overshoots his intended receiver, Tino Day. Day couldn't catch up to it. It'll bring up second down and 10. That's the first long shot we've seen tonight by Will Nuss in the offense.
Good to take that shot early. If it's going to be open, he did get open out there. He got to put a good move out there, so air it out a little bit. Better to throw it long than throw it short.
Yeah.
I think that happened a couple weeks ago. He might have tried to be a little too fine of a touch on there, and it sailed a little bit on him. He had a little too much air underneath there. He had a good delivery, so putting it down the sideline. So look for there that could be in the game later on.
23 passing yards for Nuss so far. Barku cuts it back to the middle. He won't get much. It'll be third down and long for the Johnston offense, which, Tim, not an offense set up for third and long in most cases.
No. Peshik there on the tackle. No, they wanted to stay away from this. So looking at, I look at Sampson to be a big target in there, and maybe even a screen pass to Barku as they're looking. This defense will turn it up a little bit, put a rush on there, and make Nuss pass it quickly.
Third down and long, 3rd and 7 to be exact. Nuss with time, going to fire over the middle, and he's got his man, Jacob Simpson, excuse me. He is going to be really close. I think he's going to be short maybe by a foot. What do you do?
In a close game there, do you think you can get the line's been doing a good job. If the quarterback comes under center, they might try to draw them off here.
The Dragons are staying on the field. They haven't had any negative rushing plays. Barku's been able to get them at least about a yard or 2. And Nuss is in the shotgun. 4th down and 1. Nope. I think Woodley's coming back over. I think they're going to call a timeout. Yes, they will. So we'll take a quick timeout with them, see what the decision is after the break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Back from a quick break. We'll see what Johnston rolls out here. It is 4th down and inches, not even a yard. And the offense is not coming back out. Johnston will punt on 4th down and inches. I don't hate the call, but I feel like, on the road, you can be a little aggressive maybe. But
yes, press box coaches up here like, oh, yeah, they should go for it. We had a play design for them and everything. So,
set up well.
That's why we're up here.
Will Saffris will be the one to punt this one away for the Dragons. Good snap. He'll send it on the way. And this one will take a bounce at the 30, and it'll take a little bit of a friendly Johnston bounce. Be down at the 26-yard line, and that is where Southeast Polk will set up shop. The first drive was ugly, but then they figured something out. That next drive, 3 plays, going the distance. You feel like you got to go back to the air, if anything.
It's open. I saw something that, like I said, Zelenovich lights up on the inside. He was in the slot. I don't know if he was in the slot at that last on his big catch there, but he went in and out, and then Mobley really threw it on a dime there. He caught it. And then he's got some good open field vision cutting in there. I wouldn't say he's not super fast, but he's shifty and he's hard to bring down.
Moberly one completion tonight, and that was for the 54 yards. He'll fire short and caught by Carson Robbins upfield. That's the quarterback that Moberly is. He is a quick fire, get it out, and if he's not firing it quick, most of the time it's not a completion, but he's good when he's, boom, he got his route.
Underneath there, they're going to give him a little bit of cushion there. You know, Hodap's out there, play defense very well, but give him a little bit of space because the receivers, they run great routes. Great routes with a great quarterback is going to give you a good passing game.
4:08 to go here in the first quarter. 7-7 is your score between the Dragons and the Rams. Vanderwerf on the carry up the middle, and he's going to get about 1 or 2. Landon Vanderwerf. Going to hear his name a little bit tonight. 35 carries, 196 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's kind of a bigger guy, can move through a little bit better. It's a good 1-2 punch between him and C.J. Phillip.
Helgeson and Scott in there on the tackle.
Trips to the right on 3rd and short. The Rams are going to look to change a couple things or get the play in. They got 13 seconds on the play clock. Third and 3 to the marker. Moberly, play fake, fires short, downfield, and he high points it, but just misses his intended target. Intended for Carson Robbins. Boy, he took a shot, but good ball placement nonetheless.
Yeah, trips out here on the right side, so he took the single coverage over there, tried to get it between the corner and the safety. Safety coming up really quick there. There wasn't much of a window there. It would have been a really good catch there if you'd have caught it for the first down, but good 3 and out by the Johnston defense, you know, playing good secondary position, not giving up anything deep. So now they're getting the ball back again.
Good response considering that last drive. J.J. Shaw and Tay Proctor back to receive this punt. Chanthapon will sky it up in the air. Shaw will come up and take it. Another good field position spot at about the 43-yard line, and the Dragons will get things going offensively. It is a hot, steamy night here at Southeast Polk Stadium. I look off to our east, and we got a red moon tonight, or an orange moon, if you will, off there in the distance.
Looks cool.
Yeah, it looks very cool out there. We'll get a camera shot of that in a little bit. 3:14 to go here in the first quarter between the Dragons and the Rams. Let's see if we got any score updates for you. Centennial on top of Dowling, 14-0. Valley on top of Waukee Northwest, 14-0.
Things going crazy in North Ankeny.
Jeez. The Jaguars, a team to keep an eye out for. Should be a fun one the rest of the way. Don't count out Coach Wilson and his group. First down and 10. Will Nuss will check down short to Barku, and Barku gets upfield. That ball came out, but they're going to say he was down, and he gets about 3 or 4 on the carry.
Yeah, Barku's got that little burst of speed out there. Brings another dimension in the backfield. He's back there. He's got that speed factor. So you got a passing game going on. You got a running game going on. The more they get his ball in the hands, I don't know if he's playing much defense, but he really is a great offensive weapon.
The second down and 5. They're going to give him 5. It doesn't look like 5 on the field, but I guess it's going to be a long 5. 2 wide receivers near side. Nuss looking to throw, nowhere to go. He's going to roll to his right, fire downfield, and it's incomplete. Didn't want to force anything.
He looked to run the ball there. For it looked to the middle, goes, it's all clogged up in the middle, so he took off to his right. Nice athletic ability to bounce out, you know, throw the incomplete pass, live for another down. So now they got 3rd and 5. I'd say it's close to 3rd and 6.
2:26 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd down, and it's a long 5. Got to change up a couple things here offensively, make a couple adjustments. Nuss on 3rd down. Fires short, incomplete. Intended for Jacob Simpson. A little bit low at the legs. Emmanuel Gay was on the coverage, and Johnston will go 3 and out.
They'll end up in a 3-man
unless the offense sticks out. Sorry. Offense is staying out there. So you don't go it up for it on 4th and inches, but you're going to go for it here on 4th and 5.
Like I said, that's why we're up here in the booth.
They might try to adjust a couple things. Or you never know, could be weighting this thing down to maybe give you extra room for a punt. I've seen some teams do that. Barku moves to Nuss's left. They will snap it. Nope, it's going to be a pooch punt by Will Nuss. This is a boomer. Down inside the end zone, and that will be down for a touchback.
Good play call because they couldn't return the punt. So it's a little bit of, not trickeration as they say it, but on the play before on the rush, I was coming that they had 3 down linemen, but then they went and blitzed 2 linebackers. So got the rush on to Nuss, so he had to deliver it a little quicker than he did. So a good defensive play there. So we're seeing some of this coaching strategy, some of this chess match going on here to get the ball back in good position. But Southeast Polk, once again, starts deep in their own territory. So Johnston is keeping the pressure to keep them on that side of the field.
Say a fast start for both teams, if you will. Not crazy fast, but fast enough in some ways. Rams with 89 yards of offense. Johnston with 64. They go 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Moberly on first down. Short, caught up field, and close to the marker is number 14, Cooper Butel.
Yeah, nice tackle out there. Giving it quite a bit of cushion. Moberly made the right read. He goes, if they're going to give me 10-yard cushion, just do a little curl-in pattern, I'll take the 8 yards.
And it's got to be tough for Johnston because speed-wise, it's hard to keep up with these speedy wide receivers. You almost want to go zone just to prevent any long balls. Johnston jumps offside for the second time tonight, and Southeast Polk is given a free first down.
Yeah, really playing that hard count quite well. They're going to have to pay a little bit better attention there. They're geared up to make a big stop. But you gave him an easy pick up 5 yards, you give him a first down there.
Second one tonight, and it'll be first down and 10, a fresh set of downs for the Rams. Boy, you got Zelenovich and Robbins here near side. I cannot imagine the pain for the DBs here. Linebackers making a couple adjustments on the line. First down. C.J. Phillip tries to bounce it and actually gets a good chunk considering the blocking. He's going to get 3. It'll be second out.
Yeah, closed it down there. Robert Bali in there, closed the gap. They flip-flop their ends. It depends on where the tight end's lining up, so they want to crash it down there.
Feels like we're in the middle of a chess match.
That's
how this game feels right now. Both teams trying a couple things. Second down, and we're going to give them 7 from the 36. A lot of guys closing in on the line. Dragons might be sending a blitz. Yes, they are. Moberly steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle, misses just off the hands of Cooper Butel. That time, the Dragons dialed up a blitz, which we haven't seen yet.
Now you get some pressure on there. Once again, Moberly steps up in the pocket, delivers it, inside the hashes, right in the middle. Like we talked earlier, he's a really good quarterback inside the hash marks. If you're running, look in, running post patterns, when we run some quick slants, he's got the arm to deliver it. That was just off the fingertips for a big gain.
Third down and 7. Couple third downs tonight here for the Rams. 7 to go. Moberly. Pressure coming up the middle. Steps up. No one's home. Moberly takes off and slides down for the first down. That's another part of that game that you have to respect if you're Johnston. He can take off and run the ball.
And the key to running that is that when you see that open up like that, you got to go now. You can't dance around, think maybe look for somebody open, look for another third receiver. You get a quick read, it opened up quite a bit. There's an inside blitz, good blocking on the inside. They looped around the end to come up where the tackle position is. He took off and opened up, picked up the first down, so good read by Moberly.
Just 5 carries for 28 yards coming into tonight for Moberly. But that's a pretty good ratio. That's not a bad yard per carry. First down, Phillip runs into a horde of defenders, and he is going to actually lose half a yard here. Might be the first tackle for loss we've seen tonight, all across the board.
Yeah, Cook in there did a nice job, closing that down. Not holding your position. That offensive line is big, but if you can hold your position, not get knocked out of that hole, there's not much running room out there for the running back. So, new running back coming in.
Phillip 5 carries for 30 yards. They'll bring Vanderwerf in with 2 in the backfield with Moberly on second down and 11. They move Zelenovich out to the left. Moberly looks his way. Nope, they're going to go screenplay to Vanderwerf, and he is ripped down. Nice tackle in the backfield by number 22, Jacob Helgeson.
Almost didn't get past the lineman. The lineman reached out. I thought he thought, like, should I tackle him? Should I hold him? But Helgeson, from his linebacker position, came in and made a big play, only holding it to 1 yard gain. So did a nice job.
That is it for the end of the first quarter. We have got a good one going on here at Southeast Polk Stadium. 7-7 is your score. We'll see you after the break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
It's our September savings event now at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. Incredible savings on new Chevy Silverado 1500 and Traverse. Save big on new GMC Acadia and Sierra 1500s. Get up to $9,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s, plus 2.9% for 72 months. New Jeep Gladiators up to $10,000 off MSRP, and new Grand Cherokee starting at $39,990. It's the September savings event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville.
Welcome back to Southeast Polk Stadium here in Pleasant Hill, Iowa. Southeast Polk 7, Johnston 7. Take a look at the moon off there toward our east. Really nice moon tonight. Really nice game tonight. 3rd down and 9. Very competitive first quarter. Blake Walker, Tim Halber with you here this evening. Moberly on 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He's going to have to step up out of the pocket, and he is going to get closer to the marker than I thought he would get, but it is going to be 4th down and about 3 or 4. I'd be interested to see what the call is here.
Were they going to do the old draw the offside, or they think they got something in the playbook? Looks like the punt team is coming out, so good stop back there. They're going to mark them back at the 49-yard line, so good stop by the Johnston defense. The defense, after that last run, not letting him get escape to the right to go upfield. So get the ball back, but should give pretty good field position for the Southeast Polk defense.
So it'll be 4th down and 4, and they will punt this one back. Chanthapon, barely got that thing away. This is a high-flying punt. Everybody yell poison, get out of the way. That one's going to drop at about the 16-yard line, and that is where Johnston will take over. Well, that first drive of the ball game, that was the best drive. Couple passes, play action routes. D'Angelo Barku was in it. And ever since then, the Dragons have gone a little stagnant here for the most part. 7 plays, 52 yards to start, then 4 of 23, then 3 for 4. So Southeast Polk's figured something out here on defense.
Usually takes a series or two for the game speed, all that adrenaline to kind of catch up to you when you want to play. And so I think both teams have kind of been, taking some punches out there, figuratively.
New drive starts for the Dragons on 1st down. Nuss play fake. He's going to look downfield. He had a man. He'll fire way out, and this should be intentional grounding. There is not a person in the area. The officials are going to come together and chat about this. And nope.
He threw it out of bounds. There's a big play fake there. If they tackled Barku, I thought Barku had the ball, but he got hit. But nothing was open. Good job by the defense staying at home, watching your assignments, not letting someone break free, because that's what they're looking for deep in their territory.
He had Dalen Houston streaking down the center of the field. It just would have been a bomb throw by Will Nuss, and clearly thought to the better of it. So no intentional grounding. On 2nd down, Barku just waiting for his blockers, but man, he is stood up on this near side. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Jebuhar in there on the tackle. Also Trayton Nave coming in from a safety position.
I was very impressed by the pulling guards on that play. They sure did move across. Colton McClish really fast off the edge there. Getting to his position. 3rd down and long for Johnston. Nuss overshoots. out of bounds, and Johnston will go 3 and out in not the best position because you got to make sure you get this punt away because the Rams are going to have really good field position here if this punt doesn't go the way that Saffris wants it to.
Yeah, good read there because Simpson and Nagers were on the out route, but they had 3 defensive backs out there, so that was a good read by Nuss to just to throw it away out of bounds, not try to squeeze something in. But it does bring up a 4th and long back at their 18.
Saffris will take it, and it's a high flying punt, and it's actually going to go out of bounds. Where are they going to mark this?
Watch the official walking up the sideline waiting for his mark. He's still coming up at the 40.
Terrific field position for Southeast Polk. They will set up at the 40-yard line, and the offense trots back out. Good touchdown drive. Pretty much same as Johnston. Good drive. Not a couple good drives last couple times out.
Better job by the defense by Johnston with their defensive backs. Not a lot open there because we've seen Moberly drop back, not see anybody and take off running. So a couple times there's just not been a down receiver. He had been patient going underneath a lot. See if he goes back to that.
First down and 10. They go a flea flicker. Moberly down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Zelenovic was bumped, and it's not play action, or it's not PI, but he was bumped right down the middle by number 15 on the defense for Johnston.
Yeah, he was checked on his route when he came out there on the right side, came across the middle. He was bumped there. But then again, I think he looked more like incidental contact. He was trying to cut pretty hard, pretty close to the receiver, so nothing there. Otherwise, good play design. Little trickeration. I think Paul likes that word trickeration out there, not trick play.
Daniel Greider was the one who was in to stop that play for Zelenovic because he was going to be open down the seam. They go 5 wide on 2nd down. Moberly over the middle. That's caught upfield by Carson Robbins. Breaks a couple tackles. He has got enough for the first down.
Once again, he's running that route that from the outside on that left, playing the numbers coming across towards the hash. Nice little quick look in. Moberly delivers it right on the numbers, picking up another first down.
Very crucial first down obtained by the Rams as they close in inside the red zone, just outside of it. At the 24 is where they'll put him for first down. The Rams are pretty good down here in the red zone, or outside, close to, I should say. Braden Lundgren, the big tight end, moves from left to right. C.J. Phillip, good hole up the middle, but even better job by Johnston to close it pretty quickly. Gain of about 2 is what they're going to give him to.
Nathan Lucas in there creating a big pile. They're not giving him much more than 2 yards, so he's a big defensive tackle there. Senior defensive lineman, 6 foot. Don't have the weight, but it's more than I am.
133 yards of offense for Southeast Polk, 85 of which are in the air. Phillips' long breakaway touchdown, that helped the stats just a little bit more. And it was around this area that he put it in. 24 yards was when he scored. I'm sure they're wanting to go back to him if they can. 2nd down and 8. Moberly goes short, near side, and pushed out of bounds by Cooper Butel.
Trying to create a little bit of a bubble screen out there, having Zelenovic out there blocking, see if they can pick up something there up the sideline. Picked up a couple yards, makes a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 4. Opens up the playbook a little bit. They'll probably look at something quick on the inside, but they're in the red zone. This is a good time you can do a quick look in and get inside the 10, possibly into the end zone.
And the good thing is they're only 4 yards away from the marker, so play calling gets a little easier, if you will, down here in some cases. C.J. Phillip goes up the middle and he breaks free. Phillip makes another man miss and he walks in for his 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Great blocking, Braden Harmon, Gavin Douglas on the inside there, just created a pile on that right side. C.J. Phillip fouled him, took it to the end zone, similar to the previous play, but this time went off the right side. So those two big guards out there creating a big blocking lane for Phillip.
His 8th touchdown of the season. And the field goal is up and good. 14-7, Southeast Polk on top of Johnston. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Southeast Polk goes 5 plays, 40 yards, and an 18-yard touchdown run by C.J. Phillip. Caps it off and gives Southeast Polk the 14-7 lead over the Johnston Dragons. Chanthapon sends this one deep into the back of the end zone and back out. Johnston could use some offense. Right now, last couple drives, 1 yard on their last drive, 4 yards on the drive before that. 5 yards combined in 2 drives and just 65 yards of offense, not working for the Dragons.
Yeah, Southeast Polk's doing a good job that if the running game's going to go through Baku, they're circling him, not letting him bounce outside. The ends are coming in, or the outside linebackers are corralling him in. Not a lot of time there. The out routes aren't quite there for Nuss, even though he is 5 of 10. But he hasn't hit in the last couple there, so it's created some long yardage and then a punting situation.
And they're not getting the ball at great field position either. I mean, the 20 is better than the 16 where they were last night. Will Nuss is out in the wide receiver position. And I think that's Dalen Houston who has the ball. He goes up the middle, spins away from a couple, and he's going to get a good chunk of about 7 or 8. I like the call. Dalen Houston played for Marshalltown last season. Transferred here to Johnston, called his game against Roosevelt last year. Very talented at quarterback, can throw the ball, can run the ball. Obviously playing wide receiver. That's a good call by Johnston.
Yeah, good all-around athlete. He has got 11 receptions on the season. But if you could have that dual threat out there, then the defense kind of has to spread out, make sure you cover all your athletes.
He's tall, too, 6'5". Nuss waits till the last second to Angelo Barku, and Barku is going to get upfield for the first down.
Nice little seal block. Bradis out there keeping the cornerback occupied to get a lane that Barku. Barku is not scared to cut it up into the traffic. He doesn't always want to bounce it outside to the sideline. He gets up there because if he can get inside, pick up some steam, he's got a great cut back to the outside. So big first down there. They hadn't had that in a while, so see if this drive can continue for Johnston.
It's more yards on that last couple plays than they had in the last 2 drives. Much needed, in fact. Under 7.5 to go here in the first half. Will Nuss on first down. He's going to load the cannon downfield. This is going to be intercepted by Carson Robbins.
Equals almost like a 40-yard punt, but they didn't want to do that. That's where those interceptions happen for Nuss. He airs it out there, but he's throwing it into double coverage. He puts a lot of air underneath it there. What you want to do is just overthrow your receiver if you need to, but stretching out, trying something to get back in the game there, but taking a shot deep downfield, but well covered by Southeast Polk.
It's Carson Robbins' first interception on the season. It is Will Nuss's 10th interception on the season. He's now back to even, 10 touchdowns, 10 interceptions on the year for the junior quarterback. And Southeast Polk gets the ball, albeit not great field position. They're going to put him at the 27, but nonetheless, a 14-7 lead could be a big drive here for the Dragons defensively. Vanderwerf, look out! Up the middle goes the backup tailback, and he gets him all the way down to the 46-yard line.
Once again, Gavin Douglas pinching down that defensive tackle, creating that hole there to bounce to the outside. So he's doing called his name a few times there, but he's really putting on a show there in his blocking ability, opening up the holes.
Vanderwerf sneaks it right up the middle. No one could get him for a bit. Johnston almost jumps again. This time they're going to say no. Boy, Moberly's half-hearted hard counts are definitely catching Johnston off guard. Almost the third penalty of the night. Vanderwerf again. He is stood up, not going much. Jacob Helgeson was the first one in there, and his helmet comes off, so he'll have to step out for a play.
That's what you call sticking your head in there, but that's exactly what he did and lost his helmet. But he was the first man in there, but a good job. Straight drive blocking by the offensive line, but they closed it up, did a nice job of not losing your integrity in those gaps there. So not much running room for Southeast Polk.
Johnston's just going to take a timeout. We'll take one with them. 14-7 Southeast Polk on top of the Dragons.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. 2nd down and 9. Southeast Polk on top of Johnston, 14-7. Tim Halber, Blake Walker along with you here this evening. Couple score updates that we're keeping you an eye on. Valley up 14-0, now 14-14 against Waukee Northwest. The Wolves have come back. Centennial leads Dowling Catholic 14-7. Big drive here for the Rams and for the Dragons defensively. It'll be 2nd down and 9 here. Moberly is all alone in the backfield. 5-man rush. They go short upfield and ripping down to the ground for a good gain of about 4 or 5 is Cooper Butel. They're going to him on a couple of those short routes, and you talked about it, Tim. Johnston's playing zone, and it's not working in terms of you can't get to the wide receiver fast enough.
Yeah, and they have 2 receivers out there that run one deep, and last time that was a Vanderwerf. He ran deep, so that the defensive backs give a little cushion. One does a quick little curl route for about 5-7 yards. It's going to be wide open. So Moberly, being smart, goes out there. I'll take the under route. Now you got 3rd and 3. So smart play.
Huge 3rd down here for the Dragons. Vanderwerf up the middle, breaks free again, breaking tackles, and he's down to about the 30-yard line. Another great hole, and the Dragons just can't seem to wrap up here in the secondary.
Garson Campizio there on that side, also getting a good block there. When those guys start moving, they got a big offensive line. These guys are dominant there, so it creates that running hole there. So that's been there all night long, that on that 3rd down, that running play.
They lost Caden Proctor, and that's it. They didn't lose anybody else. That entire offensive line came back. Moberly back to throw. Pressure's coming. He fires it short down to Vanderwerf. And Vanderwerf is going to reach for the marker. He's going to be just short, though. Good play by Moberly to fight away the pressure.
Somehow he escaped the pressure there. Those guys are in there. Micah Cook in there on the rush. I thought they were going to get him around the ankles, but good athlete. He ran out there. Good safety valve, found him, still picked up 9 yards on that play, which should have been probably a 10-yard loss.
I talked about it in the pregame. Johnston's defense, only 2 sacks this entire season. Southeast Polk has 8. Dragons just can't get to the quarterback often. They're good tacklers, but not getting to the quarterback. 2nd and short. Landed Vanderwerf. Why not? He's been the hot hand. He's going to have enough for the 1st down as he reaches across the 20. And the Rams are in the red zone.
Jeff Scott in the backfield getting the tackle, but he had just gained enough for that 1st down. So a lot of times that defensive front, if they're not rushing to get sacks, they're a read defense. The defensive line keep their gap integrity, but they're holding them all in. So those 4 linemen are holding 5 offensive linemen. And if they can contain them, then their linebackers are scraping and covering all and getting all the tackles. But so therefore you don't have a true pass rusher coming up. They're always pressuring the quarterback.
5:13 to go here in the 1st half. The Rams continue to drive. Play action fake. Moberly's going to go to the near side, and it's caught inside the 10. Another wonderful grab by Carson Robbins. He's going to get up a little slow, and he's going to hobble back to the sideline.
Yeah, did a nice out route there. As you can see in the arm of Mobley, he's over there more so on the right side of the field, threw across the field, threw a dart there, got another first down. So good arm and good route running. And that's what I mentioned before, that these receivers do a really good job of reading the route, cutting it off and getting open and making the catch.
And when Tim says a dart, we mean a dart. That thing flew out of the hands of Connor Moberly. Two wide receivers right. They got Sam Zelenovich here on the left side. Vanderwerf going near side, breaks one tackle, spins away from another, and he's still going to get down to about the 5.
Yeah, Hodep had him in the backfield briefly, but that's good running by Vanderwerf. Break the tackle, spin, still picked up a couple yards. They had stretched it out here to the short side of the field, but now this gives the Southeast Polk offense the whole right side. Yeah. See if there's going to be some kind of run rollout. But knowing that, they're probably going to run it because they've had a lot of success running the ball inside the tackles here. You know, from 20 yards on in, that hole has been there.
It's so even. 115 yards passing, 170 yards rushing, or 107 yards rushing, excuse me. 222 total yards here in the first half by Southeast Polk. They've been everywhere. Timeout on the field. Southeast Polk wants to think a couple things over. We'll think over a break, and we'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. 14-7, Southeast Polk on top of the Johnston Dragons. Blake Walker, Tim Halber with you here this evening from Southeast Polk Stadium. Your first time here, what do you think of the place?
This is a nice place. I like, the walking in. The parking lot over there, you walk in the tunnel coming in. They got all the north side there, the locker room. This is really a premier facility. The lights are cool. They flashed, and they scored touchdowns. So they put together a very, very nice facility. We're up here. This is probably as high as I've been in a stadium in a while.
Second down and 6. Southeast Polk inside the 10. Trying to punch this thing in and take a 14-point lead. Landon Vanderwerf near side. That time Johnston was not fooled. They're going to drive him way backwards. Couple extra pushing and shoving here after the play, but
Tanner Downs in there on the tackle did a nice job of getting in there, creating probably a bit of a loss there. So good job of the defense. They ran right into the string, trying to run off that tackle again when they bring the tight end, and also they bring looks like Jelinovich, like in a slot position. Put him trying to get bodies on bodies, outnumber him. So now this opens up as a 3rd and goal from the 7. This is where you start seeing the passing play open up for someone to do a quick slant. You also have the back line of the end zone can be open quite a bit.
Man in motion, that's Holden Hansen, the backup quarterback. He throws back to Connor Moberly, and he scores. Touchdown, Southeast Polk.
I was wondering if we're going to see Holden Hansen come into the game today. We did on that underneath handoff, turn around there, and Moberly was wide open. So add a receiving touchdown to Moberly's resume this year.
Oh, my goodness. There's your trickery.
Yeah.
Holden Hansen coming into the ball game barely had anything. He was 7 of 9 for about 50-some yards, no touchdowns, but makes a huge play there. He'll hold the kick. It's up and good. Southeast Polk rolling here tonight. 21-7. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Tim, walk us through this play. We're going to get a replay here in a second. A phenomenal play, nonetheless. Southeast Polk could get ready to kick this thing off. We'll look at the replay here after the kick, but boy, what a drive by Southeast Polk. What a weird play. Chanthapin's going to send this one back the other way, and Johnston will take it back for a touchback. Let's take a look at the replay of that touchdown. Southeast Polk getting a little tricky, and it's all thanks to the backup quarterback.
Yeah, being respectful of the run that they stopped last time on the left side, so they're looking at, playing out the run. Slot position by Hansen there through there is going to be wide open. A good call by the offensive coordinator that's going to be, that they've looked at that. When you overcommit to the run and they run that slot away from you, the linebacker or someone gets caught up inside the wash there, and the quarterback, Morbely showing his athletic ability, goes, I can catch, I can do a little bit of everything. So good play call there on 3rd and goal.
Feels like it's a must-go drive for Johnston. Southeast Polk goes 10 plays, 73 yards. Barku goes to the right side, but we've got a flag coming in. It's going to be holding. And Johnston, that's not going to help him here right now.
They'll take him back another 10 yards there. But, yeah, when that flag comes flying in right where the linemen line up, it's going to be holding. So trying to get something to the outside, he was there. But even then, it was a good tackle for no gain.
Going to get the hold on Jason Rothler, the 6'0" lineman, a junior. Johnston wants to go quick. Southeast Polk really wasn't ready on defense. They're going to let him get set up. It'll be 1st down and 20. Can't get too aggressive here if you're Will Nuss in the offense. Don't want to give it back in great field position. Four wide receivers. Barku is in the backfield. They rush 4. Barku is driven down. Nowhere to go as he is blown up by Draven Woods.
Yeah, I looked in there. Last play, Cooper Martinson was in the tackle, so he took on 3 blockers when they took the blitz up there. Lost yardage again, so that defense now is pinning their ears back, and we got them. This is where they want to have them. These guys have got used to the speed, what they want to do, so the defense is playing, even though the 3-man front, the linebackers are very active going up there and shutting down all the lanes.
Draven bullied that right tackle there for Johnston. It's his 12th tackle for loss on the season. Here comes the blitz. Nuss is going downfield. Simpson makes the grab on the far sideline, and Johnston with a huge 1st down.
I consider that, I don't know if it's underthrown or if it's more like a back shoulder fade that he turned around, came back, but used his height very well to block out the defensive back and then to catch the ball to make a play there. But good pass there by Nuss, hanging in the pocket to throw it down the left sideline, picking up a big 1st down, getting out of the shadow of those goalposts.
Can't overstate, Tim, how important that 1st down was for Johnston. 3:13 to go, trying to put together a drive here. They do get the ball here to start the second half. Barku tries to get upfield and just nowhere going. Colton McClish got double-teamed and had nowhere to go. Again, they're very, how do I say it? They're very animated when they pull those guards because they sure do come a long ways.
Those are big guards. That's 295 and 285 pulling out there. This is like watching 2 small semis come around the corner. But, Southeast Polk steps up there and stops them, creating, actually a loss of about a yard.
Near side is Simpson. Emmanuel Gay, I talked about that height advantage. 5'8" is Emmanuel Gay. Will Simpson is 6'5". For Johnston. Keep an eye on that one. But don't underestimate Gay. He's got 3 picks this year. Nuss on 2nd and long. He's going to sling this thing down the sidelines. He's got Dalen Houston right in the breadbasket. 1st down. There's a good throw by Will Nuss.
Yeah, had enough air underneath it. He dropped it in there. Got past the cornerback. Safety help was just a little slow getting over there.
I mean, he put that right in between the 2 corners.
Yeah, Caden Hill's with there. He has under coverage there, so that's to go by, but the safety has to get over there quicker. When you spread the offense like that, the safety has to make a decision. Which sideline do I take and pick up the open receiver?
How about this drive off the shoulders of Will Nuss? Delayed handoff to Barku, and Draven Woods and company won't let it go far. That was very delayed, 2 yards.
Yeah, they read that well, that they're always watching for that, trying to get the ball in the hands of Barku there. See if they can pop something really quickly here. But the clock is still in the favor of Johnston. They're looking at how much can they milk if they can get down there.
Yeah.
If they can, at least, kick a field goal with 3 seconds to go if they get to that point. But they want to definitely get 6 on this drive to pull this back within a 1-score game.
Yeah, do not let Southeast Polk get the ball back because we know what they can do in a short amount of time. 2nd down and 8 from the 30. Good drive here by the Dragons that at one point got them almost inside their 5. Nuss. 4 rush down the middle of the field, and he overshoots his intended receiver. Simpson, that was in the middle of nowhere. Lucky that Southeast Polk couldn't get to it. And it's 3rd down.
Yeah, they had single high safety on that play. He was covering Sampson coming across the middle. They're on a delay, so see that now it's 3rd down. You want to get something in here. You want to get down to the 20-yard line if you can. Get a 1st down, or don't necessarily need to go to the end zone. With something on this right side might be open, but Nuss has been opt to go to the left.
3rd and 8. Nuss way overshoots his intended receiver. Simpson is 5'8", or 6'5", excuse me, but not that tall, and it's got to be 4-down territory here.
Yeah, if you'd have brought that down a little bit, I think if he was open. He had stopped his route, did a little hook pattern right there. He was open past the sticks. If he would have caught that, he would have had a 1st down. So see if we want to go back to that.
Promising drive here that at one point was 3rd down and 22 for the Dragons. Trying not to come up empty-handed. The clock is stopped at 1:08. Play clock down at 12. Need a 1st down here, or you're going to the locker room trailing by 14.
They had pooched on that the previous one of the 4th downs.
Nuss, blitz coming, firing deep. Dalen Houston hangs on. Touchdown, Johnston.
Got to see the replay on that because he was double covered, turned around, looked up and cradled the ball when it came down and hung on to it when he hit the ground, right in double coverage. So give Nuss credit for putting it out there, letting his receiver do the work to catch the ball.
How about that catch? Take a look at the replay. Nuss, for the 2nd time this drive, right in the breadbasket of Dalen Houston, and luckily fell on his back and is able to make a wonderful grab. What a drive by Johnston.
That's the athletic ability you're talking about earlier, former quarterback, but he can play quarterback. He can go out there and catch the ball, so he's a really good athlete and good hands.
8 plays, 80 yards, 21-14. Johnston brings it within 7 against Southeast Polk. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Tim, what a drive by Will Nuss, capped off by a great throw to Dalen Houston.
Yeah, Houston down there on the bottom, but we talked about, he took out the outside route, went straight down the field, just got past the corner, turned around, and got up there, jumped up in the air, came down with the ball in double coverage. He was well covered. Southeast Polk did a good job there, but he went up. He just wanted the ball a little bit more, and that made a difference in the ball game.
A little bit of a standing kick. Southeast Polk will come up and get it. Ball's on the ground, and it is loose. Johnston has it. Yes, Dragons take over at the 29-yard line. Whoa, what a play.
Excuse me, squib kick went down there, caught them, short hopped the receiver, so he kicked it forward, bounced forward. Johnston went diving forward, got the onside kick. So at 54 seconds, they've got the ball at the 29-yard line.
Sam Zelenovich, I believe, was the man who came up to get it. He wasn't ready for it. He didn't see it coming, and it bounces short, and at 54 seconds left, the Dragons have a chance to tie this thing up.
Go back to the same play call you just did. He looked over there. We talked earlier that Sampson, he's a decoy many times coming there, so see if they want to decoy him again. or if they want to go to him on that left side. He's gotten single coverage out there against that cornerback.
54 seconds to go. Nuss back to throw. Going down the middle. Simpson. Oh, my goodness. He almost made a one-handed grab, but there's a flag down at the 21.
I think the offensive line pulled back a little bit out of his stance. They may get, illegal motion by the offense. Holding
on Southeast Polk. So one of the wide receivers must have been held.
Yep.
That's an automatic first down for Johnston. And Tim, you and I talked before the game started. Southeast Polk doesn't make a lot of mistakes. They don't fumble the ball. They don't turn the ball over. They're penalized a little bit, but they've done two of those things here in the last 2 minutes.
They give us some big plays. Also, Johnston only has one timeout, so with 48 seconds to go, they can run quite a bit, but only one timeout if they need to stop the clock.
Two wide receivers left and right. Nuss on first down. He's going to the end zone. Simpson rips it away from the DB. Touchdown, Johnston.
Wow, what a turn of events. He went up there over the defensive back, caught it over there, turning around, did a 180 in the air, came back, caught the ball with his hands, came down right inside the end zone. Great pass, great catch. Wonderful catch by the future Gopher, Jacob Simpson.
PJ Fleck is going to have a big man rowing that boat up there in Minnesota next year. Just rips the ball away from Manny Gay. Snap hold, and we got a timeout. Johnston's coach is all the way out to the hash mark trying to get a timeout. Is that Woodley? I can't tell.
He wanted a timeout, and they weren't seeing him, so he was going to make sure that
he went out to the hash mark to go find it. We'll stay here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Tim, what in the world? It was 21-14. It was 3rd and 22.
Yeah, they're back there at the 12-yard line. I said, boy, could they put together a drive? At least put something together. See if they can do it. All of a sudden, boom, they go down there, go 90 yards, score a touchdown, come back, get the muffed kickoff return.
Take a look at the replay again of that catch by Jacob Simpson. I mean, my goodness.
Simpson's putting on a clinic tonight, doing a great job going up there getting the ball. He's already got 5 catches for 66 yards.
And the stats have just flipped on their head. It was 228 to 65, and now Johnston's 188 yards of total offense. And I thought they were going to go for it. They're just going to kick it. I'm not sure why the timeout was called. I think they were just trying to get everybody on the field.
Or they might have been short a player and then didn't want to take a penalty, so.
Well, now Southeast Polk wants a timeout. Maybe they were thinking fake. You could go up 2 before halftime, or go up.
Go 1.
You already have a lot of momentum going into the break. Take a look at a couple of our out-of-town or out-of-our-game games. Centennial leads Dowling 17-10. Valley on top of Northwest 21-14. Pleasant Valley leads Cedar Falls 14-7. And Bettendorf and Kennedy 7-7. Ankeny leads 7-0 over Cedar Rapids Prairie.
Yeah, now with the realignment in 5A, it's fun to see some of the East Side teams coming over here to play, and we're going over there to see how their teams are, getting a little more balance, to see what their power structure is. And then kind of spreading out some of these, really good teams you see across the state.
Will Safaris will attempt the extra point here to try to tie this thing at 21. An unbelievable turn of events. Snap, hold, kick is on the way, and it is good. 21-all. Southeast Polk and Johnston tied. We'll take a break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. 21-21 all. I hope you didn't turn this game off when it was 21-7. Southeast Polk took the 21-7 lead. Johnston had it. Had a 3rd and 22 inside their own 10. Then a couple deep bombs. Ended off by a Dalen Houston 30-yard touchdown catch. Johnston did a little bit of a squib. Southeast Polk fumbled, and then the Dragons do it again. Here's C.J. Phillip running over a man. He's going to get all the way down to about the 40 or the 37-yard line, and Southeast Polk has 1 timeout and 34 seconds. I assume they're just going to take this to the locker room. But Johnston then again, 1 play, 29 yards for the touchdown after the penalty. That was a big part of it, but boy, talk about not giving up for this Dragons offense, which has been stagnant. They haven't scored more than 23 all season. They got 21 here in the first half.
Yeah, they're another field goal and they got the record. They don't have to hit 25. They just got to hit 23 and they'll be doing fine.
What do the Rams do here? You got 1 timeout and you got 34 seconds.
I think you take a shot.
Yeah,
I think you take a shot down the middle.
In a game like this, you wouldn't be surprised what Zelenovic has up his sleeve. Moberly back to throw. He'll go short to C.J. Phillip, and Phillip is driven down. He won't get much. That might be the deciding factor for this one. Are they going to say he got out? Yes, he did.
Yes, they did. They stopped the clock, gained about a yard. It's something pretty safe. And sometimes you run that play, you see how the defense is reacting, so then you know how to call your second play because you know how their secondary is going to react with 40 seconds to go.
Spread him out again. Moberly on 2nd and 9. Throws a dart over the middle, caught. Carson Robbins gets down to the 44-yard line.
Clock will stop with the moving of the chains, but they saw something. There's a lot of gap in there. The safeties are playing about 20 yards off, so that's going to be a safe play.
Moberly spikes this one into the turf. Somehow 4 seconds went off that quickly, so 15 seconds. Still have that timeout in your back pocket.
You have a chance to go deep twice. I realize if they go deep down the middle, the receiver gives up, that's going to stop the clock right there.
I will say Hunter Chanthapon is 2 for 3 on field goals this year. His longest is 43 yards. So you got to give him a little bit more distance, but you got a chance. 2nd down. Moberly, short, C.J. Phillip, all the way in the flat. What a play. 9 seconds left. Johnson said, we won't give up the deep ball, but if anything, that might have hurt him more.
And that's going to be open because everybody kind of drops back, gives them a lot of cushion on that. Still chews up a lot of clock. They're over at the 33-yard line. Don't let them score. But they have time for 1 play, and they can go anywhere they want to go with that timeout. So they can still go down the middle, line up for a field goal. They can take a shot to the end zone. I think they want to go someplace, something looking in the middle. I think Johnson's going to watch it and then give them the sideline. So look for something. I go down the middle, see if you can break it. They got the speed.
6 seconds, and Southeast Polk will just use their last timeout now. Interesting.
I think they had a confusion of what play they wanted to call there. So now they're a little hamstrung. They have no timeouts. If they're going to do anything, it's either end zone or sideline.
Well, so you can take a shot and could get an untimed down if their PI is called. So you could hope for that, but unless they just send on the kicking team now, but I don't think.
Incomplete would be a 50-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah.
So I'd say you want to get something, you don't want to get into a scramble, don't want to give up a sack. Looking at it, if you want to get downfield to get something inside the 20, do a little out route down there. They have luck, putting 2 wides on each side, one going deep and one cutting the route off, and then Moberly picking up the open receiver, but they got the speed to go to the outside. Watch where Zelenovic lines up.
He's going to be looking like near side. They're going to put 3 guys to the left, and they're all 3 of their top wide receivers. Braden Lundgren, Carson Robbins, and Sam Zelenovic. And then they got 1 out far.
Usually he's right on the hash. Looks like something he can cut, into the middle or in-out route.
1st down and 10. Moberly fires to the sticks. Caught, out of bounds, 3 seconds. They will send on the kicking team. No, there's going to be a flag late.
Excessive tackle when he was out of bounds, and they threw him down, so that's going to be a personal foul. That's going to move the ball up. Now, this close to the end zone, do you want to try and get a touchdown?
Because no matter what, you'll have time. 40 seconds on the play clock, so you'll have plenty of time. So personal foul, late hit is what the call is going to be on number 21 of Johnston. That is, I'm trying to pull it up here on my stat sheet, Tanner Downs, the junior DB.
Yeah, got a little lucky, just make sure you got the tackle in there. You lose. Sometimes you decide where that sideline is. You want to make the tackle. You don't want to let them loose. They head down the field, but bring the kicking team in. They're lining up for the kick. I don't see the
so I
kicking,
told you they practiced fake kicks for about 10 minutes in pregame. I don't know what that means, but Holden Hansen was trying a couple things.
Mr. Trickeration himself in the last touchdown.
Rams trying to take a 3-point lead into the locker room. Hunter Chanthapon. Snap, hold, kick is... Nope, there's your fake, and Holden Hansen doesn't go anywhere, but there's a flag. They're going to get a horse collar on Johnston.
Well, see if they got... Is it a horse collar or was there holding in the line? But it looks like it was on the tackle. See what the call is. Hold on.
Face mask.
Caught a little face mask when he went through there. So... do they go back to the field goal attempt again?
I feel like you have to.
Or the ball is will be half the distance. So they'll move it up to about the 5.
Literally the 5.
4.5.
I knew what I was looking at in pregame.
Yeah, you
I
did.
knew it was
you called it. You called it.
One untimed down is the call. Everybody put up your Mac Brown holding up the number 1 pictures. Chanthapon will try again, if it's not a fake. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. A little bit of drama to end the half, and Southeast Polk grabs much-needed points. 24-21. We'll take a break and meet you for halftime. Southeast Polk on top of Johnston. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
It's the DeArmond Ford Indianola Kickoff Event. Score big on a new F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus $3,750 rebate. Get charged up with a Mach-E and lease for $449 a month. All Americans Ford Escape and Edge. New Edge for $399 a month flex buy. And the new Escape, 2.9% for 75 months, plus $500 rebate. Join our winning team at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network, Southeast Polk Stadium, where the Rams, the number 1 Rams, lead the Johnston Dragons 24-21 at halftime. Boy, what a game. You cannot understate how great this game has been. It was 21-7 at one point there in the second quarter, and then Johnston, after Southeast Polk goes 10 plays for 73 yards, The Dragons then go 8 plays for 80 yards. That, oh, by the way, had a 3rd and 22 inside their own 5. And then they get it, 21-14. Squib kick, fumbled by Southeast Polk. Johnston goes 1 play to Dalen. Houston ties it up. The Rams tie it or get the field goal at the end. A couple penalties aided that drive, but I don't know where to start. We'll start out with Johnston. Defensively, couple hiccups, but offensively, this is the best they've looked all year.
Yeah, we'll start with defensively. They did a good job that very first series. They did a 3-and-out to Southeast Polk, so they've got some things figured out. They've done a good scouting report there. Got a little off track with letting the passing game going, letting Moberly take over, though. They got that 20. They were up 7-0. They came back, scored 21 answers, so they're up comfortably with about 7.5 to go.
Yep.
Down here, 21-7. Think that was probably going to be the halftime score. Johnston comes in, catches fire, found some deep route. Sometimes the receivers, the defensive backs get a little too deep. They try to do a little more contained versus playing a tighter coverage. Made some great catches. Those are 2 outstanding catches. And then we find ourselves all of a sudden it was 21-all.
Yeah. Southeast Polk on the other end, looking good offensively. Defensively, though, not great. I mean, just a couple long balls given up. Connor Moberly, 13 of 19, 150 yards and a passing touchdown. Oh, by the way, he also has a touchdown catch, I should say. He didn't pass it. Holden Hansen had the throw and pass for the touchdown. The ground game's working for Southeast Polk, but nothing's jumping off the page. If anything, the O-line is really doing the work tonight here for Southeast Polk.
Yeah, there's been 2 nice touchdown runs there, both around 20 yards. So the offensive line is doing a good job. We'll see if they want to get back. They've done a good job with a balanced attack. They'll come out. Now it's a series of what do you do at halftime in the locker room? What do you make for adjustment? I think Southeast Polk wants to go, can they tighten that defense? Keep it even. They let some 3rd and longs get away. That's where that second touchdown for Johnston happened. So what are they going to do at halftime? Also, offensively, what can we do to get more consistently? Because they've been having some 3-and-outs, and that's a little surprising for Southeast Polk. So, but credit to the Johnston defense. They've dialed it up. They've got the coaches are calling a good defensive game plan. Even though they're getting so many 3-man rush, they don't sack a lot, but they are containing them and not giving up too many big plays.
165 yards in the air, 107 on the ground. That's 272 total for Southeast Polk. Johnston 143 in the air, 45 on the ground, 188 total. They get the ball to start the second half. C.J. Phillip, 2 touchdowns on the ground, 7 carries for 50 yards, 2 catches for 11 yards. Carson Robbins leads receivers for Southeast Polk at 5 catches for 65 yards. Connor Moberly has 2 rushes for 14 yards. He's also caught a touchdown pass. And Landon Vanderwerf, 7 carries, 43 yards. He's been pretty good on the ground as well. Johnston on the other side. Barku, 11 carries for 37 yards and a touchdown, or a catch, I should say. Tough sledding for him. Will Nuss is 9 of 17 for 143 yards. He has a couple touchdown passes and 3 touchdown passes, 1 interception. Jacob Simpson, 5 catches, 66 yards. We've seen that height disadvantage. We saw it on that last play. If you're Johnston, what do you change? Is there anything you change here? Or offensively, I mentioned it to you, you really don't want to go back to the run, it feels like.
Yeah, they've been trying to establish, I think you still have to attempt the run to keep the defense as to keep the linebackers that you want to do. They did a good job. I think the linemen have to look at some of their blocking assignments. They want to get it going. Baku's got to the outside. When he cuts it up, there's not much there. It's that secondary level blocking if they can get that done. So I think the coaches want to clean that up. Can they get some of that run established? Because it does create more one-on-one passing situations down the field. So I look for Johnston to come out to see if they get the offensive line assignments figured out.
Do you see anything changing for Southeast Polk defensively? I mean, you're getting beat on long shots that are kind of toss-ups. You've already picked off 1. Can you change anything?
I think they can. I think they're going to go back and look at how are they lining up. They run doubles out here on the right. They try to get. We mentioned in the pregame that they get Sampson out there. They like to get him on a corner because he got that height advantage and he can jump. He's got a good arm radius where you can throw it anywhere. He did that 180 in the end zone to catch the ball and come down with it. So he's a big target. So looking at, do they want to shadow him, do a corner like you catch him underneath and over, and then try to get the outside? But then if you do that, if you get the other side, what you're creating is more one-on-ones for some very talented receivers out there, and that's where when they get Houston out there, he's too good of an athlete to let him go one-on-one. He'll beat you.
Dowling trailing Centennial 17-10 at halftime. Valley on top of Waukee Northwest 21-14. Ankeny on top of Prairie, 10-0. Pleasant Valley on top of Cedar Falls, 21-7. And Kennedy on top of undefeated Bettendorf, 14-7. Those are your halftime score updates here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We will take a break, take a listen to the marching band, enjoy the full moon tonight over top of us, and we'll be back to talk more on the halftime break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network. Southeast Polk leads Johnston 24-21.
Trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
It's our September savings event now at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. Incredible savings on new Chevy Silverado 1500 and Traverse. Save big on new GMC Acadia and Sierra 1500s. Get up to $9,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s, plus 2.9% for 72 months. New Jeep Gladiators up to $10,000 off MSRP, and new Grand Cherokee starting at $39,990. It's the September savings event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network here at Southeast Polk Stadium, where the Rams lead the Dragons 24-21 is your score. What a ball game we have had so far. Blake Walker, Tim Halber here with you here this evening. A hot night. It is not cool by any means. The marching band is dressed like it's August 26th and we just started the season, but overall, fun night of football so far. Both these teams have come to play today. That is for sure. Southeast Polk 5-0 on the season, trying to get to 6-0. Not an easy schedule the rest of the way, Tim. Johnston's eases up. Next week, Southeast Polk's got to go to Waukee, and then after that, they come back home, and Dowling Catholic comes to town very close after.
Yeah, you don't think they're looking ahead a little bit. They know they got a gauntlet, sitting out there for them. So, but I think the coach will right the ship here at halftime, get a little more focus in there. But yeah, they got really some ranked teams coming up. Waukee comes in there. They were at number 5 coming in this week. Then you got Dowling, which is sitting at number 2. So 2 of the top teams. I think if Dowling and Southeast Polk go at it, whoever wins gets number 1, whoever loses gets number 2. So I think those are 2 of the top teams. We got number 3 ranked Bettendorf behind here in late in the second quarter against Cedar Rapids Kennedy. So we're looking at some of the rankings. RPI comes out next Monday. That's where the true.
Monday, yeah.
Yep. So we're going to see really where everybody starts shaking out because they take the top 16 teams. And a lot can happen because if you lost to a team that's really good and they keep winning, it's just going to help your RPI. So things will really shake out a lot more here the next couple of weeks.
I think about it. Valley is going to be really interesting, especially if they pull this off tonight against Waukee Northwest. The schedule, doesn't ease up, but it's not bad to end the season. They could get in at 4-5, 5-4, depending on your losses. You talk about Dowling Southeast Polk in a couple weeks. Dowling's got to get past Centennial, who they're struggling with here tonight. Centennial has got to be, in my opinion, they are one of the teams that I think can get to the Dome. They almost beat Southeast Polk. They only lost by 3. They're up on Dowling. I know we still got a lot of football left tonight, but Centennial, in my opinion, feels like the third best team personnel-wise.
They got a senior quarterback to do really well. They got Shetty as the big tight end. They can run the ball. They got several running backs. They got Eli Porter in there. And he's a UNI commit. So I think they can go out there, and they've always played good physical defense. They go up, they line up in that 4-3, and they just they shut you down. So the interior linebackers do a great job. So they're that team that you don't want to face. There's that team. They're well coached. Yeah. They know the program really well. So yeah, that's that dark horse that comes up from the bottom that's going to sneak, and they can nip because they're a solid team, very physical all the way around.
I think Ankeny Centennial. I don't think you want to face those two. The crazy thing is it's very top-heavy for the CIML in the way that I think we're going to get top 8. You're going to have a lot of CIML teams hosting. I could see a world where Centennial will host and Ankeny will host, and we've heard that if that happens, what will happen is one team will play at 4 o'clock, the other team will play at 7 o'clock. So we almost had that last year, but you could also get that team that might have to go out east and gets a lucky bounce. That was Valley last year. Got to go out east. Valley's a good team. Went to the tournament at 5-4. It's just kind of depending on how your district battles out.
Right, and the ranking, the schedule starts all over again when you get out there in the playoffs, and anything can happen. And the scary thing you want to do is you don't want to face a 5-4 team that's lower ranked and find out that is a really good team. That's where you start finding out. Do you face a Valley at 4-5? It was several years ago we saw this Southeast Polk team come in. They were the 16th ranked team, played number 1 Centennial and beat them at Centennial. It just anything can happen. These guys, they got good athletes on both sides. So we're watching this kind of shake out. Be curious to see where everything kind of goes. Cedar Falls can be an upset maker. Pleasant Valley's having doing pretty well there. But Kennedy's coming up. We're looking at Jefferson came in at 4-1 to see who they've played. So things are going to move a lot in the next 2 weeks.
The Pleasant Valley thing is very interesting because you have Kennedy who lost to Pleasant Valley by 1 point. Then they lost to Dowling, lost to Pleasant Valley. Started 0-2 on the season. They've won 3 straight. Bettendorf, who's 5-0, beat Pleasant Valley in week 1, 31-10. So you got a lot of cross-examination, if you will, like who really is the best team out east. But Cedar Rapids Kennedy, very talented offense, and we can't hold back on the Eastern Iowa teams because they can put out some good talent.
They do it. Then there's the Iowa City teams that come in there too. So we're looking at is what happens here. You want to play there, stay healthy. You want to start moving up. I think looking at Centennial is a perfect example. They're getting better as the season's going on. So I think that's one that could be really peaking towards the end of the season. So same thing with Ankeny. They always had good athletes when they play. Jefferson has been a miraculous turnaround on the east side. They were only had one win last year. Yep, and then they come around. They're playing really well. So now when you get up there, how do you handle success when you get to the stage here? Because 16 teams is not a lot of teams, and they're all good.
Absolutely. The RPI will be fun to keep an eye out for the next couple weeks. We'll step aside one more time and be back for the second half. Do not go away. We got a good one here to wrap things up here at Southeast Polk Stadium here in Week 6. 24-21, Southeast Polk on top. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
It's our September savings event now at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. Incredible savings on new Chevy Silverado 1500 and Traverse. Save big on new GMC Acadia and Sierra 1500s. Get up to $9,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s, plus 2.9% for 72 months. New Jeep Gladiators up to $10,000 off MSRP, and new Grand Cherokee starting at $39,990. It's the September savings event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today.
Welcome back to Central Iowa Sports Network. Week 6 Friday Night Football. We are here for the second half. Blake Walker, Tim Albert with you here this evening. Boy, we got a ball game. 24-21. Southeast Polk led 21-7 at one point. Late in the going in the second, Johnston scores 2 straight touchdowns. One of them aided off a fumble on a kickoff return by Southeast Polk. Southeast Polk goes back down the field with less than 50 seconds and scores with a couple of penalties aided. And that's how we sit so far after the field goal. A fake field goal that, if it wasn't for the face mask, would have gone to the locker room 21-21. Does that 3 points really make a difference, do you think?
Huge. In a game like this, anything can happen. If you went to the fridge to get a snack with 7 minutes to go, you probably came back like, what happened in that game? Because Southeast Polk was controlling. So Johnston has shown the ability to score quickly and get the ball downfield. And that was a big play down there, so it could have been 21, but a 3-point game here because that's a possession.
Yeah.
And if you can get to that second possession, a touchdown there, 10-point lead here, you need a 10-point lead with a minute to go to ensure it. So we'll see how these teams come out. How you handle the very first series really dictates how you come out of that locker room. So we'll see what happens with Johnston getting the ball here to see if they can move it right away against his defense, or has the Southeast Polk defense made the adjustments to shut him down.
Dragons will get the ball to start here in the second half, trying to take down the Giants, the defending state champion Southeast Polk Rams. Winners of 8 straight, their last loss coming to Ankeny late in the season last year. Obviously went on, won the state championship game, beat Johnston in the state semifinals before beating Valley, thanks to Abu Sama's incredible performance. Will Nuss going to try to lead his offense back to it. They've already put together a quick 14 points. The offense is there. Trying to crack that magic number that we talked about. If you can crack 24, you're fine. If you're Johnston, they've only scored 23 is the highest they've scored all season.
I'm going to give him the over.
Hunter Chanthapon will line this one up and send it deep. And this one will be taken in the end zone down for a touchback. And the Dragons will walk out on offense. A couple more score updates for you. Dowling has tied things up over at Ankeny, 17-17. Valley leads Waukee Northwest 21-28. Great games all across the metro here tonight, as we expected.
Things get interesting. Now we're getting into week 6. You know, you're over the halfway point. Still feels like it's August.
Yeah.
We're talking about how we've had no bad weather games here. It's been warm. People are in shorts.
And usually some teams think they know what they got by week 6. I think some teams still don't know what they have by week 6. First down and 10 from the 20. Johnston will set up. They'll move twin tight ends to the near side. Nuss goes handoff to Barku. Barku with the lane. Gets to the right side and gets upfield for about 5. You talked about it, Tim. Got to keep Southeast Polk honest. Hit the ground game running. Good job by Barku to hit the lane off the right side.
Yeah, I got the guards out there. They moved upfield, got a little bit better blocks upfield. You know, saw Darling up there getting a good block. That's a 5-yard gain there. So, yes, keeping them honest. Brings the linebackers in about another yard or 2, but it creates that cushion between the linebackers and the safety if you want to go to this passing game.
Nuss, 9 of 17 for 143 yards tonight in the air. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception for the quarterback. Barku on a little bit of a draw. Going to be out of, give him about 2, and it'll be third down and short coming up. Surprised on 2 straight runs?
No, I think that they're seeing something on that right side, you know, behind the big lineman, if they can get a little more there. But, you know, third and management now, so it does open up. You could pass, you could run. See if they want to get the SS 2 plays inside the tackle. See if they want to try to get Baku to bounce outside or see if there's a little bit of a quarterback rollout.
Boy, Dragons trying not to go a quick 3 and out here. Third down and 3. 2 wide receivers out to the far side. Nuss back to throw. Good pressure. Fires short, and it is dropped. What a hit by Emmanuel Gay. Just not enough on it and couldn't bring it in was number 18, Mitch Niag.
Yeah, he cut to the outside behind the downfield run of Simpson there. He was open briefly down there. The ball hit him in the hands, but quickly Southeast Polk came up there and hit him, so there wasn't going to be a catch. He probably would have been close to the first down. He had a quick little out route. So 3 and out. Good job by the defense here, keeping him contained and getting the ball back.
Will Safris will be back to punt. And he gets it away. This is a better punt than a little bit earlier. Fair catch will be made by Carson Robbins at about the 41-yard line, and that is where Southeast Polk will set up shop. Well, that field goal was big, especially when you look at the score now and the field position here. But we've seen if the Rams get up, Johnston has been able to recover. There's been inconsistencies on defense, if you will, for Johnston.
Yes, there has. This is a mirror what happened at the very first kickoff. Southeast Polk goes 3 and out. Johnston gets great field position to start their first drive of the game, and they went down and got a touchdown. This is just the opposite now. Southeast Polk gets to go 3 and out. They get the ball at the 41-yard line. See what they dial up offensively if they want to open it up. Go back to that ground game inside the tackles that they've had success with.
2 wide receivers out to the right. Lundgren is just off right tackle at the tight end position. Moberly will pitch outside to C.J. Phillip, and look out. Phillip tries to hit the hole. He doesn't go far. Good tackle on the backfield by Johnston.
Yeah, good open field tackle because he had some room to run.
That was Daniel Gritter on the tackle.
Yeah, Lundgren doesn't get enough credit for, he doesn't catch a lot of passes there, but he went downfield and got a good block, sealed the linebacker, so they created that lane out there to pick up 5 yards. So he's done a good job with his downfield blocking.
It's almost hard not to be a blocking tight end in the state of Iowa. Yeah. Moberly will fire short to a wide open Sam Zelenovich. Zelenovich is going to have the first down, and Johnston, it's a zone. Nobody's up there to cover it.
Yeah, did exactly the one. They came up, guarded it well. It's only a 6-yard gain, but it's enough to get the first down, knowing where the chains are going to be. So Zelenovich didn't have to create something and get 20 yards. He just needed 6, so it's a quick little mini bubble screen out here. Got his blocker, got upfield quickly.
2 wide receivers go to the right side on first down and 10 from the 47. C.J. Phillip, quick little spin move, keeping those legs churning. Got through a hole somehow for about 5 yards.
Basically, we got Helgeson, the middle linebacker, coming out quickly, blitzing a lot, finding the right gap. Almost had him in the backfield, around the ankles. But Phillip is a hard running back to bring down. He's got that little spin move, gets out of a tackle quickly, turns upfield, gains 5 yards.
9 carries for 60 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground tonight for the senior back out of Dowling Catholic, originally transferred here to Southeast Polk in the offseason. Moberly will fire short. Ooh, almost picked off. The ball is dropped. Really nice break on it by Johnston. That was number 21, Tanner Downs.
Yeah, Downs did a nice job out there closing on it. They know how they watch the routes. They're doing a good job of closing. These guys aren't really wide open for Southeast Polk. So Cedar breaks up. Now you got this 3rd and 5. Where they dial up, they're definitely going to be a passing down for them.
And it feels like 4-down territory here if you're the Rams. 3rd and 5 from the 42. Moberly fires downfield. He's got his man, Carson Robbins. Robbins is down to the ground at the 24-yard line. A quick pitch and catch. Another zone.
Yeah, got out there. But there's always a soft spot in the zone because they're not going to go man-to-man and run with them downfield. If you know where that break is between the corner and the safety, you can curl in there. Moberly knows where it is, and he delivers it on a dime, so picked up the first down. So that's what a good quarterback, a good arm, good accurate arm. It's nice to have a big arm, but having an accurate arm makes a huge difference.
Look out for a screen in this scenario. Moberly's going to spread him out 5 wide on 1st down. Moberly back to throw. Pressure coming, has to get rid of it. Runs all the way out, fires downfield. Caught. C.J. Phillip at the sticks. Going to be just short by about 2 yards. What patience by Connor Moberly.
Yep, he looked. Then he rolled out to buy himself a little more time, went down there. And what you have is that you only have really that much of the field from the hash to the sideline. He went there. Who's coming back through there? If he didn't catch, it was going to be out of bounds, so you don't turn the ball over. So it was a very smart play by Moberly.
Going to give him actually 3 yards to the sticks, so 2nd down and 3 as the Rams continue to push the ball downfield here. Very solid offensive drive. Phillip with the carry. Boy, he had a good hole. Johnston's linebackers in there to bring him down. He is going to be right at the line to gain. They might have to measure it.
Helgeson coming in, filling that hole and taking his legs out from underneath him, but enough momentum to get the first down. Good seal blocking on the inside there. That offensive line does not go backwards at all. These guys do get a good drive block down there. So the running back can just follow them into the hole and pick up 2-3 yards.
Long drives seem to be the key for them. Moberly steps up in the pocket and fires incomplete. Dropped by Sam Zelenovich. Boy, he had to be close to the line of scrimmage. I could have sworn he was way up, but he was flushed out so far.
Yeah, the side judge about it. Yeah, he was right on there. Cook was on there, giving him the rush on there to have around the ankles, but Moberly went out there. I think you have to have step completely past the line.
Yeah.
Your body can be there, but you have to actually get your foot across the line. So very close, but he had the receiver hit him on the hands again. Should have been a touchdown.
2nd down and 10 from the 14 for the Rams. Playbook wide open down here in the red zone. They go 5 wide again. Moberly outside. It'll be 1-on-1. Robbins makes a man miss. Touchdown, Rams.
Robbins, makes it look. He does a nice job catching the ball, turning in, doing a fake to the inside, taking it straight upfield. But that's another good throw. That came out there on a rope.
Boy, what a throw.
Touchdown.
Yeah. What a throw, and you knew when it was 1-on-1 that was going to be a really hard play to make if you're J.J. Shaw. And Southeast Polk, 9 plays, 59 yards, and they are back to a 10-point lead. 31-21, Rams on top. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Face it, it's Iowa, and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Southeast Polk on top of Johnston. 31-21 is your score. Johnston goes 3 and out, and it's proven to be difficult as Southeast Polk goes the distance on a very, very probable 9-play, 59-yard touchdown drive that takes 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Not many long drives here tonight. Hunter Chanthapond will send this thing back, and it'll be taken by J.J. Shaw. Or, excuse me, this is Tay Proctor. Tay Proctor hits a lane. Proctor makes another man miss. He's going to stumble up the sidelines, and he has got a great return down to the 43-yard line.
Shaw was down there, got up there, just got a good, guys coming down the field, seal block there, create a bit of a lane. He took it up there, and it's got a big return. So now, flip the field. Now you're on your side of their side of the 50. You're down to the 43-yard line. So good return there by Johnston. Set up more fireworks.
Boy, I thought for sure we were going to be in for a defensive battle tonight, but this is looking like an old Oklahoma-Texas Tech shootout here between these two teams. Johnston needs a score here. Granted, they were down 14. I was like, well, they need a score here, but they've come back before, but I'm sure they don't want to play from behind all night long.
They went 3 and out last time. See if they get a first down. They can get something down there, get it down within. So they start playing within that field goal range. Inside the 20, the red zone is where they want to go.
Gonna have a timeout called by Johnston, or is it a flag?
Delay game.
Delay game. Coach Woodley fired up on the sideline.
Not the play that they had designed.
Southeast Polk was going to have a screamer coming off the edge on a blitz. That was Carter Peshek. We haven't called his name really at all tonight, but he was about to fly in and try to get to the quarterback.
Peshek plays that extra safety position, so is that rover back. We see that, very common there. They call that, stack back safety, free safety, but he can play anywhere and apply the pressure.
So first down and 15. Barku runs up the middle and he's stuffed. Maybe got a yard. Southeast Polk did not hold back on the blitz that time. They did bring it.
Chibuhar and Peshek on that. So Peshek seems to be keying on that time. He was keying on what is Barku going to do. So as soon as they saw him take the handoff, he is shooting the gap there to get in there and pitch that down so he can't find a seam in the inside there and get a big run. So he's got different keys depending on where the running back goes or where the quarterback rolls.
Well, you feel like a long ball's got to be coming here soon, the way Johnson set things out offensively. Second down at 15. Blitz coming again. Nuss has to get rid of it. Down wide open in the middle of the field. Jacob Simpson. First down all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Simpson found a soft spot there in front of the safeties right in the middle of the field. Went stopped there, reached back a little bit, caught the ball, came down with it. He's a big target out there. I talk about, he's got those long arms. He's a big receiver, 6'5", so he does give a nice radius for that quarterback, just really kind of throwing your receiver open.
Simpson 6 catches for 86 yards here tonight. Dragons on another long drive. Barku up the middle, spins forward. That's one of his better carries of the night. Upfield for about 5 or 6.
Yeah, good blocking up front there. That's a nice job by the offensive line to create a little more of a hole for him. Seal block there. They're still playing that 3-man front with the linebacker coming in there. Looks like a 4-man front. Sometimes if they caught him in a stunt, they moving him out there. So the offensive line doing a nice job staying honest with the run, trying to find that, keep the linebackers in, and then that opens up that center of the field again for those passes.
Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Southeast Polk up by 10. Nuss to Barku. Barku tries to get to the edge. It's sealed nicely, at least by Southeast Polk, and he's going to get back to the line of game. It'll be third down and 5 upcoming.
Yeah, he tried to run behind the block of Colton McClish, 295-pound sophomore lineman.
Have fun.
I'd hide behind him too. I know how they found Bakukas. He's only 5'9", so he's given up,
my goodness.
quite a bit. But good play call.
3rd down and 5. You got to feel it's 4-down territory. Nuss back to throw. A high ball to Simpson. He caught that, but he's out of bounds, and he took a really tough hit. And Simpson is down on the far sideline.
Looked like he has Manny Gay there on the hit, but yeah, he's up there, and he's when you reach up like that, you're exposing your ribs. You take a good shot. Hopefully, it's just the wind knocked out of him. He tried to get that, so a little high in the delivery.
Johnston's going to send on the field goal unit, so Will Safaris will try the field goal to try to make it a one-possession game.
Yeah, he's sitting up, so I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. That's because he was exposed there coming up as a receiver. He's done quite an effort tonight.
You're not going to take him out of this game, I can tell you that. I mean, he's going to do all he can. So Safaris will step on. His longest field goal this season is 35 yards. He's 3 of 5 on the season. It's not going to be an easy kick.
It'll be about a 40-yard attempt from there. So, and then from the other hash.
And he's a right-legged kicker.
And their tendency is to want to push it out there, and it'll want to fade.
Boy, this would be big if Southeast Polk can hold here and keep it at a 10-point ball game. Safaris awaits. They're going to fake it. They'll throw a bomb downfield, one-on-one coverage. It's intercepted, but we're going to have PI, a clear PI, going back the other way. As who was covered? Austin Gray went downfield. The ball was thrown by Daniel Greider, but a clear pass interference as Austin Gray, he didn't even have a shot. He was tackled pretty much before the ball even got there.
Yeah, it looked like Lust caught the interception. But it was Gay out there that he didn't allow the receiver to give him an opportunity to come back for the ball, so he was basically holding him back there. So if we've seen 2 fake field goals, we've seen
two
some
fake field goals, 2 penalties on said field goals. What a night.
Teams wanting to win. Like you said, we're into week 6 there. Johnston playing for the big upset here against number 1 Southeast Polk on their home turf. Now they got a 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line.
Yeah, not much fight there by Southeast Polk on the call. I think everybody knew. Gray did not have a chance at that ball. 1st down and 10 from the 11. Nuss roll out, short. Simpson on the grab. Going to try to work his way upfield, but Southeast Polk is all over it. He's going to get about 2 or 3, but
back in the game after getting hit pretty hard there, so he recovered it. Now the interception, go back to the interference. What it does prevent a touchdown. It would have been a touchdown. So sometimes a penalty is the lesser of 2 evils. So they got the ball and they got a 1st down. So
they're going to get a face mask here on Jacob Simpson here. So it's interesting when this is called because people wonder, well, how do you do a face mask? You have to put your flat hand on the mask. You can't flat hand it then grab. Simpson clearly grabbed. And that puts the ball right back to almost where Johnston was before.
See if they dial up now. They still retain the 1st down. So, once again, they have ran the ball to keep it honest, so that does create that opening over the middle. So, see if Nuss finds that's where you want to go. But now when you get down here, does he want to play safe, not give up the interception, play on the outside, play where the numbers are on the field?
They got 3 DBs on Sampson over here. Simpson. They'll throw it long, and it's almost picked off. Emmanuel Gay probably should have had an interception going back for 6. That was a long ball by Will Nuss to the complete opposite side of the field.
Houston played a great defensive back there on that play, not letting him catch the ball, because if he would have caught it cleanly, he would have been off to the races for about an 80-yard interception return. That's a long way to go because Nuss is on this side of the hash, and he's throwing across the field, and unless you get that on a rope,
they are doubling Will Simpson over here, or Jacob Simpson here on the right side. Nuss back to throw. over the middle, wide open, touchdown, Johnston.
And you called it there that Sampson's over here. He's pulling double coverage. Also, he has a safety on his side. Safety didn't get over that. And once again, that middle of the field is going to be over when you have that much defense coming over. Good read by Nuss. He put it on the number, got a touchdown. They are over the 23-point margin for the game.
Adrian Braddis is the one with the touchdown grab, his second of the season, and the Dragons are not going away yet. He lined up, Simpson lined up. I'm like, well, that's interesting. Double team him. Snap hold kick is good. 31-28. Southeast Polk leads. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Johnston and Southeast Polk. Holden Hansen is the one on the kickoff return. And Hansen's actually going to get a lot of yardage upfield to about the 30, 40, where are they going to mark him? Boy, they're really going to mark him upfield. 43-yard line. Couple updates for you. Dowling, who trailed 14-0 against Centennial, leads the Jags 24-17. Valley and Northwest tied at 28. All the other scores have held serve. Tim, you got any words for this game? Because I'm starting to run out of words for the game that we're seeing in front of us here tonight.
It's exciting. These teams have, Johnston, no quit. You think that they come out, go 3 and out, Southeast Polk goes down, drives, gets a touchdown, they go, start hanging their heads like, oh, here they come again. They're fighting. They're going down there, making catches, fake field goals. They're going for the win. They want to have the upset and be the number one story this weekend.
3 wide receivers to the left. Moberly back to throw. He's going to go on a screen play to Sam Zelenovich. He is stuffed. What a play by Johnston's defense. Read it the entire way. That's the big part, Tim, is this, when can Johnston's defense step up? You've given up 31 points. It's not normal for the type of defense you've had all year. When do you start seeing some improvements here on defense?
They're containing him up front. They're willing to go underneath. Hodep did a nice job, keeping that to a 1-yard gain, but it's those little look at if the safeties get too far deep. Moberly is a very accurate quarterback, so he's patient to go underneath and take what they're going to give him.
Trips to the near side. Landon Vanderwerf up the middle, and not much. They'll give him forward progress. Wow, heavy forward progress. My goodness, all the way up to about the 44-yard line.
So I tell Paul, he came up there and he did a left foot mark. Then when they come from the side there, if it's right foot, he's shorter yard, but then he kind of where he stops and he kind of goes,
that was
give or take a half yard. So, but anyway, it still brings up a 3rd and 4. These little quick outs have worked very well for Southeast Polk to see how tight a coverage they want to put on the Southeast Polk receivers.
Yeah, do you go man coverage here? It doesn't look like it. They're not really going to jam anyone. 3rd down and 4. Moberly's going to be quick. Back to throw. Moberly over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Sam Zelenovich. And he goes wide, and the Dragons get a huge stop.
The Hodep there, they're right on his back. Really tight coverage. They came out of the zone and pinched down there. They might have came up with the zone look and then manned up right there at the last second. So uncharacteristic there, but that was a good pass play. See now, Southeast Polk going to want to pin them down here inside the 20 with a good punt.
J.J. Shaw, Tay Proctor. Proctor's on the far sideline. J.J. Shaw is on our near side. Chanthapon will punt this one away. It is a high boot, and the catch will be made by Shaw, and Johnston will set up shop at the 20-yard line. So pretty much a touchback, if you will. They're actually going to move it up to the 21. All right, well, we've seen trickery. We've seen Will Nuss. What do we see on this drive? Do you try to establish the run a little bit more, or do you not get conservative yet? You got to stay aggressive.
There's still a lot of time. There's a 3-point game. I think they want to go back and try to get a run game, try to run on the first down. They had some success there. We know that the safety's coming up. And we're seeing that Peshek's coming in there, but when he does that, that creates a gap where he's leaving. So see if they want to take advantage of that. But they probably want to see if they can gain some positive yards at the first down.
Will Nuss on first down. Here comes the blitz, and Nuss just spikes this thing into the turf. Boy, who was that screaming off the edge? That was number 13. And I think they're going to get intentional grounding is called on Will Nuss.
Yeah, there wasn't a receiver. He just threw it in the back of the lineman. These are not eligible receivers. So that was a big blitz there that coming up from Zeb Hines, senior defensive back or outside linebacker coming in, but he came in the blitz. Not seen that before, so that's going to be one of those, not a trick play, but a defensive specialty play there. Trying to get Nuss off his game because he's had some success passing here, so now it creates still a first as a loss of down.
Yeah, it's a loss down, 10-yard penalty. So Johnston's pretty much in the same spot they were a couple drives before half, where they're pinned inside their own 10. They were able to get out of it the first time. We'll see what happens this time. Boy, Hines wants to send the blitz again. I only see one guy possibly on the line here. Now 2 guys up on the line for Southeast Polk. They are making sure they got guys in the backfield. Nuss. Play action fake. He'll go down the middle. It's caught right down the seam. Another wonderful grab. Close to the marker close to a first down. That's Adrian Braddis. We haven't called his name, Tim, a lot, and now he's starting to really find a gap in the middle of the field.
Well, you got Simpson out there getting double coverage, and Houston's had some breakaways, got some speed. So if those 2 guys are taking up 4 defensive back, other people are going to be open. I'm still looking for a screen, maybe to Barku. They did the fake to him. There he got some good blocking in there. So good pass blocking by the offensive line to create some time for Nuss to go straight down the middle of the field. The safeties are playing wide. They're playing out on the hash mark. So see if they want to pull in a little bit to not create such a big gap in that middle of the field.
Dalen Houston in at quarterback. Nuss goes out to the left. Houston. Handoff to Barku. Barku is stood up. Southeast Polk did not and was not fooled.
Yeah,
and they get a stop on third.
Jordan was the first guy in there, try to do something there to get the first down there. Last time he carried the ball and had success there, so trying something new, a new wrinkle there. But at least they got a first. They got out of the shadows there. They got up to the 28-yard line. So now what they need is a good punt. Otherwise, Southeast Polk's going to get the ball back at the 45 or 50-yard line.
And boy, that intentional grounding, you'd have a first down if it wasn't for the intentional grounding. So a big mistake there on Will Nuss. And Johnston's got to give it back after a great stop here on defense. Safaris boots it high. This is not great. It is going to go flying out of bounds. Where in the world are they going to mark this?
I think it's going to be up around the 40, inside the 45-yard line the way he's walking. He's inside the 45. Now he's at the 43. So great field position for Southeast Polk. Once again, that short rugby-style kick went off the side of the foot and went there out of bounds again. So no need to return.
The Rams get wonderful field position, leading by 3 with 1:18 to go here in the third. Johnston is just clinging. I mean, it just feels like you're 3, then you're 10, and then you're 14, then you're 7. And it's just like, oh, you need to stop again if you're the Dragons. And if you're the Rams, you definitely feel a lot more confident with a 10-point lead.
And this Johnston defense has been on the field quite a bit this third quarter. See if they're expending a lot of energy. They're doing a good job. But see if that starts to wear down this defense here.
First down from the 43, C.J. Phillip. Couple great cuts, stays on his feet, and he's going to be close to the marker, about 2 yards short. Good carry on first down.
Good blocking in there. They leave their tight end. They do a nice job of leading Lundgren in there. He's a good blocking tight end. Seals a lot. He's a big guy. He's 6'3", 215, probably looking at 220. Does a nice job of sealing people off. They're creating another, really putting 6 blockers up front there for the running game.
Dragons have forced 1 turnover, but it was on a kick return. They haven't done anything turnover-wise here on defense. Could use one here. Second down, it's short. Phillip, what a push up front. He's going to have enough for the first, I think. Yep, should get it.
This goes into Southeast Polk's wheelhouse. They have a good running game there. Phillips does a nice job. He doesn't fumble the ball, so they're looking at running the ball here. They're going to end the third quarter here running the ball. They might take a shot to the end zone.
I thought maybe they might let it go out, but I guess not. They're going to go at it again here. Last play of the quarter, most likely. Two wide receivers near side. They put the tight end Lundgren up there. Play action fake. Moberly back to throw. He's going for the bomb. This is just over the reach of Sam Zelenovich. Had a step on the DB, and we will get another play on second down.
Yeah, Robbins was open across the middle. He ran a shallow route, just slant in there, which created, the one-on-one down deep. If Mowbray would have seen him, he would have had a wide open receiver down the middle of the field. I can see it up here. Now it's easy up here. I'm not, I'm in the booth next to you. I got the nice glass here. I can see everything perfectly. So I'm not done there working, but
you can see over Reese, our 6'11", it feels like, cameraman, and you can see everything up here.
Tallest cameraman in CML. Yep.
Second down and 10. 1 second on the play clock. Phillip, look out! Bust free! C.J. Phillip, goodbye! Touchdown! Southeast Polk. His third touchdown of the evening, and the Rams extend the lead to end the quarter.
I know I saw Parker Strong. I saw Gavin Douglas on the block there. I think it was, Braden Harmon or it was Blackford, but big blocking up front, and that just opened up. No place else to go but the end zone. 9 touchdowns on the ground now this season for Phillip. Kick is up, and it is good. 38-28. Don't go away. We're headed to the fourth. Southeast Polk on top of Johnston.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
It's the DeArmond Ford Indianola Kickoff Event. Score big on a new F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus $37.50 rebate. Get charged up with a Mach-E and lease for $449 a month. All Americans Ford Escape and Edge. New Edge for $399 a month flex buy. And the new Escape, 2.9% for 75 months, plus $500 rebate. Join our winning team at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Welcome to the fourth quarter here at Southeast Polk Stadium. 38-28. Rams on top of the Dragons in a high-flying affair tonight. 380 yards of offense for Southeast Polk, 264 for the Dragons. Most of that has been in the air. Trailing by 10, we've said it all night, it's must-score territory, but this is must-score territory here in the fourth for the Dragons. Chanthapon will send this thing deep, and it will bounce out of bounds, and Southeast Polk will Johnston will gladly take that.
Just outside the pylon at the 1 yard line to create that kicking out of bounds penalty, so we'll move the ball up. We had 7 minutes to go in the second quarter, and Southeast Polk was up by 2 touchdowns, and Johnston came roaring back. So a 10-point lead is not safe in this game.
No. And the Dragons, you got to feel for them because it was 31-28. They got the stop, but they couldn't do anything with it after the crucial intentional grounding.
Yeah, that kind of put them behind the mark there. So, like I said, the defense has been out there. The defense needs this offense to put a little bit of a drive together to get them off the field. They don't have to come back out here again after giving up a touchdown and come back into a 3-and-out. So see what Johnston wants to dial up in this series.
First down at 10 from the 35. Barku cuts up middle. Felt like he could have followed that left side blocking, but he decides to cut it back, and he gets about 1.5 yards.
He's not scared of contact. I'll say that. He does bring it. He comes up and hits that hole pretty hard.
Last update I got from Valley, I just checked it on our YouTube page, 31-28. Northwest takes the lead over Valley, their first lead over the Tigers all night. And last time I checked, Dowling still up 24-17 over Ankeny Centennial.
Officials timeout.
Yeah, what's I'm not sure.
It was a clock issue? Because they had a tackle on the play and the clock kept running, so I don't know if they were talking.
Okay, so yeah.
I don't see a flag.
No, I don't think there's a flag either. I think you're right. The clock was moving just a little bit. It's at 11:43, and the kickoff was never taken, so the clock never started on the kickoff. And 11:50? 40.
11:40.
Oh,
Okay.
20 seconds came off.
But it inadvertently stopped the clock because it was a running play.
Yes,
the clock kept going, so
yes.
I think they stopped it as let the guys in pile, so they didn't restart the clock. So we'll see if those 3 seconds come back to haunt them.
That'd be interesting. So the clock moves. It's 2nd down and 8. Jacob Simpson moves from left to right. Barku going right, and I will only get a couple. Surprised by the call?
No, it was I think the hole was there. I think they're really trying to get something, pop. That was Lucas on the tackle. Did a nice job. He had a couple yards. He's just close to popping it. They're looking to find that, but once again, it keeps the linebackers in. So now you got a 3rd down play and see if you create a little more of a seam for a passing route.
He's toted the rock tonight. 19 carries for 53 yards. Hines over here on this near side's wanting to blitz. Crucial 3rd down and 5. It's not 4-down territory in this situation. Nuss gonna lob it up to Simpson. It's knocked away. Very, very good play by Carson Robbins.
Yeah, once again, he's drawn that double coverage as he comes over there.
Take a look at the replay
Gaten
here.
Hills comes in, also to help out there from his corner position. So yeah, that's using that height. Once again going against the corner, see if you can get something open there.
Boy, that is a big stop. Rams have a chance to really pull away here when they get the ball back on offense, unless Johnston fakes this, but.
The key is to get off a good punt. He's had some short 25-yard punts before.
Safaris. There's a good punt. That's a line drive. Zelenovich will wait. That thing's going to be down inside the 5. Tim, you said it. Needed a good punt. Well, there's a good punt right there. That's down at the 2, almost 1 yard line. Wow, how about that?
Yeah, great job down there. I'm trying to see who stopped that. Got downfield.
Zelenovich waited a really long time before he decided, I'm not going to go for it.
This gives the defense a big break. Puts the ball at the 2 yard line. They've been playing well, keeping things in front of them. Not, we talked about earlier on, not letting Moberly get into a rhythm in there, and he's not quite. He's done a good job, but not a real key rhythm.
That was number 15 on that one for them. That's Daniel Gritter. That was in there. All right, here's a big play here. Here's a big drive if you can go 98 yards and put this thing away. 1st down from the 2. Moberly back to throw. He's got all the time in the world, rolling out and fires it away. Incomplete. They wanted the bomb on 1st down.
Yeah, he was looking, and good coverage by Johnston, not letting anybody free. He looked at there. He had a look. He tried to roll out, but a good pursuit on the defense there by Johnston. Got there on the outside.
Now, Tim, how aggressive do you get if you're Johnston? Do you dare blitz against such a talented wide receiver core, or do you let's just try to pin him and play the field position game?
Either you look like you're going to do a 3-man rush and don't blitz, or then you fake the blitz. But looking at they're going to straight 4-man rush, keep them inside.
Phillip carries near side, breaks 1 tackle, continues to churn the legs. That's a really good gain to about the 10-yard line, and he'll be about 2.5 yards short of the marker, 3rd down.
Yeah, they had him contained for about a 2-yard gain, but then he took that defense with him, and they couldn't bring him down. Got the ball out to the 12. So now you've got a 3rd and 2. We'll probably see a heavy dose of the run if they want to go back to Phillip again.
And they haven't really been able to stop him for the most part.
That offensive line has done a great job. Those inside guys. Douglas and Strong, they've opened up some big holes there for the offense.
3rd down, and it's 1 yard. That's a long one. Phillip on the carry, cuts it back. That's a first down. Spinning away from a couple more. And C.J. Phillip continues his tremendous night to about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, I saw Gavin Douglas. I talked about him, quite a bit tonight. He's on the same side as Carson Campese. They just collapsed that line, and then there's no hole there for Phillip to go to. He bounced to the outside to the left, took it up there, picked up the first down. So good read by Phillip, taking it to the outside, finding the open lane, and taking it upfield.
15 carries, 127 yards. Landon Vanderwerf is in at tailback now to give Phillip a little rest. The clock is on the Rams' side here. Could use a long drive. Vanderwerf up the far side, breaks a tackle, and is brought down at about the 30. I don't think the Rams have to go back to the air if they don't want to. That ground attack is really starting to show its poise here.
And this is what they're going to do. They're going to go the ground game, and it brings in, those Johnston defense. You got a couple guys out there, hands on hips. They've been out there for a long time the second half. Once it opens down, you miss a step, you go for a fake. And I could see before this game's over that Mowbray's going to take a shot downfield. He's waiting for that one-on-one where someone's going to break free. And it could be here.
Dowling Catholic defeats Ankeny Centennial. 30-17 is the final score up there in Ankeny. Vanderwerf breaks away and has the first down. That describes Johnston's night on defense.
Yeah, Cook had him in the backfield. When you get tired there and you start doing an arm tackle, he didn't get his legs underneath him, and he's been on the field a lot, making some good plays. He's hard to bring down. When you get an arm tackle, he's got a nice spin move, and it's like this whirling dervish kind of gets out of your hands. He goes downfield, so picks up a first down. So they're staying with the ground game. I thought they might pass there, but the ground game has been very effective, and it's taking a lot of time off the clock.
Boy, you feel Johnston might need a turnover or something here late. Trying to put anything together here defensively. Vanderwerf, again, almost broke free. Gets up to about the 40. And Tim, all this is doing is just ticking away that clock, and the Dragons already trailing by 10, just can't afford this type of stops.
And you got a two-hitter monster. You got Phillip in there, then Vanderwerf comes in. You don't see a big drop-off in your running back production. Both are very solid ball carriers. They carry the ball. So that offensive line, Paul would appreciate this. Those slobber knockers up there, they got their lather up now. And I think they're dominating that front line of Johnston, and they're just creating some holes for the running backs.
2nd and 7. Robbins, near side. He is stuffed. Nowhere to go. They're going to give him about half a yard, and it'll be third down, and a big third down for Johnston's defense.
Yeah, good job out there. They're containing on the outside. They're not going to let Robbins get out there. He's had some openings out there, cutting on the inside, so they kept him in front of him, creating a 3rd and 4. Just long enough, do they want to go back to the running game? Phillips is back in there in the backfield. Do they want to take the run? Because the line has been dominating.
Yeah. Heavy up front. Do you even go to the air? 3rd and 4 for the Rams. Under 6.5 to go. Moberly. Delayed handoff. C.J. Phillip is going to be brought down. Well, that play looked broken from the start. And Johnston with a much-needed stop will get the ball back with 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, Cook did a good job on the outside, keeping his containment. So when the running back went out there, he was there. Sometimes you go upfield, you go for the quarterback sack too quick, you get out of position. He held his position, tackled Phillip in the backfield, creating a loss, so now brings up 4th down. So here's the window, 5:48, counting down, that Ken Johnston get the ball back and then get 2 scores yet in this game.
I think Noah Trexel, if I read that right, is the one that's punting. And boy, he's got a leg. This will be taken near side, and look out! How about the blocking upfield? Really nice return to the near side. J.J. Shaw gets Johnston in great field position. How about that return when they needed it most?
Yeah, outside contain got out there and gained a little bit too much of the inside, and Shaw didn't hesitate to bounce to the outside. If he wouldn't have got tripped up, I think he'd have taken it to the house. He stumbled a little bit there. Great return, though. Take it up right at the 40-yard line. They're on the short side of the field now. 5:26. They need a touchdown, a field goal to tie this thing.
I tell you what, Tim, no matter what, win or lose, the resiliency by Johnston tonight has been phenomenal. You feel like they're out of it, and then right back into it. They need a touchdown here. Don't need a touchdown. Could just use a field goal, but you want to score here. Trailing by 10 with 6 minutes to go, under 6 minutes to go. Will Nuss back to throw. Nobody's open, but he'll go deep instead. He's got a man. Incomplete.
Oh, that was
dropped barely. Tino Day.
There's okay. I just say yell out there was not a flag. That's just the part of the insignia. But no, he aired it out. He took it out to the back of the end zone.
How about this throw? I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah, he had a good throw there. They kept Sampson in as blocking, allowing him to roll out. Being creative. This Johnston team, they are close game tested. These guys, they've been at this battle for quite a while. They play a pretty tough schedule, so there's a lot of fighting.
Nuss over the middle. Caught in stride, down inside the red zone, down to the
they
one.
Said his knee hit at the 1 yard line.
Adrian Braddis again down the seam. They can't cover him down the middle.
Yes, Will, don't call me Brett Favre. Nuss is out there, threw it straight down the middle of the field. He's the gunslinger. He just kind of standing in there, getting him down to the 1 yard line. So this is,
I tell you what, and Johnson's doing this quick. I mean, they're not wasting time. They know the clock is not their friend, but I tell you right now, they do not know what they're doing here offensively. Yeah. They are very confused. Dalen Houston is in at quarterback. Houston. And they're going to have a false start. Houston's going to get to the edge. He's going to power in. It's not going to count.
That happens when you aren't set there. Some lineman wasn't set, two people moving, so there's going to be a penalty on there. It's going to move them back to the 6 yard line.
That was broken from when they broke the huddle.
Yep. And they have 3 timeouts. You wonder if they would have burned one there just to give them a chance.
Well, I think they're thinking ahead.
Yep.
So false start, 5 yards. That doesn't make it really any easier. So what do they do? Are they going to go to Houston again, or are they going to wait?
I think you have to go back to your quarterback play. I think you have something dialed up there. They're coming in off the sideline. They got
personnel changes. Will Nuss is back into the ball game. 4:34 to go. The clock should start when they touch the ball.
I think the penalty should
stop the clock.
Yep, so should stop the clock. The play clock is still running, but see if they want to do something to the wide side here to Sampson.
Nuss outside. Simpson can't make the grab. Bobbled. Boy, they have made an adjustment and put Carson Robbins on Jacob Simpson, and it's working. Simpson just can't seem to get there.
Just got a hand in there. He had it on his fingertips, but it was a good play call there. That's going to be open. See if they want to flop something on the other side. I look out for Houston has been open. He's a quick receiver. Brad has had that one big catch, so I think they're too far out to go with their running game.
I'm surprised Nuss hasn't kept it. I mean, 16 carries, 21 yards. It's not like he's getting much this year, but they'll go Barku and another flag. And it's on Southeast Polk.
Might have been offside, so they're lined up in the neutral zone, so they're going to throw the flag there. So it puts the ball back up. They only gain half. Let's see. They go half the distance. Yep.
Yeah.
They gain 3 yards there.
What does this game not have?
I said they probably won't run it. What they do, they ran the ball. So that's why we're up here in the booth.
Waukee Northwest defeats Valley 31-28. Ankeny up 10-7 over Prairie. Kennedy up 27-7 over Bettendorf.
Bettendorf coming in ranked number 3 at Kennedy.
Just not a tough schedule. It's been the big difference maker for them. 4.5 to go. Dalen Houston back in at quarterback. Houston rolling, upfield, touchdown, Johnston.
There's that athletic ability by playing a former quarterback. Ran out the option, big the quarterback sweep out there, fouled his blocker, cut up really nicely, got into the end zone.
A transfer from Marshalltown puts the Dragons a little bit closer. They've yet to take the lead. I mean, they had the lead, I guess, 7-0, but you get one step closer, you get 3 timeouts, 4:24 to go. They will have a chance if they can hold on defense here. And Will Safaris will try to boot this through to make it a 3-point game. Snap hold, kick is good.
And these kicks are big. You look at extra points as being automatic, but those are big because now you put that down to a 3-point game.
We'll stay here with 4:24 remaining. All right, so Southeast Polk really didn't throw the ball that last drive. They were good on the ground. Things get really interesting here for the most part because, there's still quite a bit of time left in 3 timeouts.
There is a lot of time left. They came down there. We'll probably see Southeast Polk, go back to the run game because the more the clock is there. But that took, there's 5:26 or 5:28 when they got the ball back at midfield.
And it was quick.
Set up by the punt return. Great punt return, got them up to the 40-yard line, so they went.
It was a 1 minute and 2 second drive.
So they can score quickly. That's the dangerous part. You don't want to get lulled into running the clock and doing 3 running plays.
Tim is good luck. It is another barn burner. He called the first one with Paul Yeager against Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial. Last week, him and I had games with a combined score of almost 140 to nothing, but this week, treated to one of the best we've seen this season between 2 very talented teams. Johnston will kick this thing back. They've done a squib kick the last couple times. This time they say no squib kick. They're going to send this into the back of the end zone. Yeah. All right, so the Dragons defense has been on the field quite a bit. There's a little bit of extracurricular. Southeast Polk pushed the Johnston kid into the other kid, but this is it. This is what the defense has to be here for Johnston.
Yeah, see if they want to get some little more controlled passing game, get the ball downfield. If they can, get the ball to the 50, get some of the on your time. You can run some time off the clock. If you did 3 running plays, you're going to knock off about a minute and a half. You could take it down to 3 minutes without them burning a timeout, and that gets a little bit in your favor. But definitely Southeast Polk wants to pick up a first down. I wouldn't be surprised if they go with a pass play in the first play just to lighten up, just to get that defense, because the defense is really geared up for the run at this point.
A lot of guys up on the line on first down at 10, 4:24 to go. C.J. Phillip goes up the middle, and he is stuffed. Nowhere to go. Johnston's defense is all over it.
Yeah.
Timeout, Johnston.
Saw Bali in there. So surprised they called a timeout that quickly. They probably want to save one.
Well, I hate to say it, the clock ticked for 5 extra seconds after he called that timeout. That's all I'll say about that.
Yep.
So timeout on the field. We'll stay here. 38-35. Well, he didn't lose anything. He got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the game forward progress there, but the Johnston defense really is geared up. They know they're going to run the ball because they want to run time off the clock. So I was expecting to see if there's some kind of play action there. See if they want to dial that up because you've got probably one of the more accurate quarterbacks. He's completing passes at about a 68% clip. So see if they want to see if we can do something to the outside, do something to Zelenovich. We've seen Robbins out there catch things on the perimeter, take it upfield. Get what you can, keep the clock going because right now you definitely want to stay in bounds, not have an incomplete pass.
How about the back and forth, evenly distributed passing and rushing attack? 215 yards for Southeast Polk in the air, 201 yards on the ground. They came in this week with 13 touchdown passes, 13 rushing touchdowns. They've kept it even all throughout tonight. Meanwhile, Johnston, 247 passing yards, 64 rushing yards. I'll be honest, I don't know if they have more than 5 rushing yards in the second half, but Southeast Polk crowd standing on their feet a little bit here. Big drive here. 2nd down and 10. Boy, they're looking like they're going to go
left.
To the air, yeah. Moberly will keep it. There goes Connor Moberly up the middle of the field. Takes a really hard hit, and he is really close to the marker. It is going to be maybe an inch. That is not what Johnston wanted to see. What a play call by Zelenovich.
Yeah, Dan Greider came up there.
Look out.
They legs out.
They might go QB sneak. Oh, left tackle jumped.
Yep.
Left tackle jumped, and this will back him up.
Stop the clock. I'll take a 5. I think you're looking at trying to do a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, it was.
And a quick snap.
They fumbled the ball, and then the left tackle jumped, and then they fumbled. Southeast Polk tried to say that Johnston made him jump off sides. The ref says nope, and it's a false start on the Rams. They'll back him up, so it'll be 3rd down and 6. Boy, that gets interesting.
Penalty stops the clock.
That's another big one.
What that does. So not much time is run off the clock. We thought that they could run down to 3 minutes. They had 3 good running plays. We're still at 3:47 on a 3rd down. So
I don't think we've had a drive over 4 minutes tonight. I'll look at that when I get a chance here. 3rd and 6. I'd hate to be a linebacker at this spot, watching the quarterback. A must-get play, high snap. Moberly back to throw, steps up, runs it. He is going to have the first down.
First down by yard. Good decisive run there. Took it upfield. Knowing the sacrifice that quarterbacks like to run to the outside, go out of bounds. He took it upfield, knew he needed 6 yards. He gained 7 on that play. Pick up a crucial first down for the Rams.
And he knew it the whole way. He knew he had to keep it and run with it.
Quick feet for a quarterback. It wasn't the best of snaps. He took it back there, caught it off to the side, went back there, looked downfield once, took off for the run.
Southeast Polk beat Centennial by 3 here on this home turf, trying to hang on by 3 here against Johnston. C.J. Phillip goes to the near side and cuts it back to the middle. Timeout Johnston. They got 1 left, 2:50 remaining. Boy, the clock is running extra time. I don't know. I'm surprised nobody's called that out, but a couple more seconds go off the clock. We'll step aside real quick. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. 38-35, 2:50 to go. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Rams. I'd say, one more first down pretty much ends this game.
Yeah, I'll see him probably go with the running play here, keep it on the ground. Forcing Johnston to use their last time out. A lot of yardage has been taken off on that left side of that offensive line. They've done some great blocking there.
2nd down and 7. Phillips moves to Moberly's left. Moberly, handoff Phillip, up the middle. Going to try to push the pile, not much. And it'll be 3rd down and about 4 or 5 for the ball game. We'll take one more break. Southeast Polk leads 38-35.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snack.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tim Halber with you here this evening. Tim, this is for the game. 3rd down and 4 with 2:42 left. Johnston has no more timeouts. Do you think on a 4th and short, Southeast Polk might just go for the jugular and try to win it?
I think they'd be willing to punt it and give them the long field to try to get down there. It's been a great game to do. This has been. I hope that the Johnston fans and the Southeast Polk fans that are on there watching us, listening to us, they're enjoying this game as much as we are, because these guys have really put up a fight. We'll see what they do here on 3rd and 4.
The Ram faithful is up on their feet. 3rd down and 4. What's the play call? Johnston almost jumped. Plenty of time on the play clock, 13 seconds. Got to watch the quarterback, got to watch everybody on the field. This is for the game. Moberly, high snap. C.J. Phillip turns the edge. He's got the first down, and Southeast Polk will survive against Johnston.
That last lunge there, because he was hit there around the 40-yard line. He lunged forward, got just enough for the first down. Got it by about half a yard. A good job there by that, once again, that left side of the offensive line. Also, I think that's the side that Lundgren's on there. Big block in there, just enough to catch the defense. They only give up a couple yards, but first down, clock's going to run.
Johnston just has not been able to consistently get stops in the rushing attack category. And it's just all worked in the Rams' favor. 1st down and 10, going to try to continue to bleed this clock. Phillip, big hole, trying to really put it away. Breaking tackles, and he's going to get about 8. The winning streak will continue to move to 9 games for the Rams. What a fight by Johnston. You got to give your tip of the cap to the Dragons, who just really hung in there all night long.
They made Southeast Polk. Southeast Polk comes away with 38 points. So you think, wow, what a great offensive night. They earned all of that to get here and only have a 3-point lead. Johnston came in here, had a great game plan set. A few plays here or there, they made it really close.
449 yards of offense tonight for the Rams. C.J. Phillip runs into a herd of defenders. He's not going to get there. He'll be short. Ball came out, and they're going to say he was down.
Yeah, the whistle was down there at the 50. They just pushed the pile back, so they're going to mark the ball there. So 3rd and 2. They can snap it here.
It's over because you're going to have 26 seconds.
They could take a knee here and not have to punt.
Nope. What a win for Southeast Polk. Second time this year they've gotten a little chewing of the nails here at home. It gets tough. Next 2 weeks they'll get Waukee and Dowling. But they will survive here at home. What a fight by the Dragons. Southeast Polk will take a timeout with 36 seconds to go. You pretty much just have to knee it down. Johnston will drop to 2-4. And it is a rough 2-4. I mean, besides the Cedar Falls game, I mean, you've lost by combined not much.
6 and 4 and 3. Now they go to Council Bluffs Lincoln next week. They got Urbandale at home. Then they go to Sioux City. They got some long trips. They got some of their schedule the coach was talking about. We've got these 2-hour trips. The kids are going out. Those are all winnable games. I could see them still coming out. A 5-4 is really good. Is there?
And they'll get in. They should get in easily with 5-4.
Yeah, because they play. The RPI is based on also the winning percentage of the teams that have beat you. So they've got Southeast Polk out there. They've got Ankeny. You got Waukee. So these are really good teams that might help them elevate their RPI index. That gets them into that. That seeding of probably somewhere between that 12 to 16 seed. Coming in. But like I said, there's a lot can happen the next 3 weeks with wins and losses.
They'll go to Waukee next week to take on a hungry Warriors team that I'm just going to assume beat Lincoln tonight.
Yeah.
And then Dowling Catholic comes to Southeast Polk Stadium in 2 weeks. We will have that game here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. That'll be must-watch TV.
Yeah, that'll be another fun game to do over here. So, that should bring in a pretty good-sized crowd.
The Rams will take a knee and move to 6-0. Southeast Polk, they had to fight for it, and Johnston put up a heck of a fight, but comes up just short. 38-35. What a ball game. We will step aside for a quick break, and we'll be back to recap everything. Southeast Polk wins 38-35. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network, wrapping up here at Southeast Polk Stadium, where the Rams, for the second time in 3 weeks, get a 3-point victory here in their home field. What a game, Tim. I mean, there's just 452 yards of offense for Southeast Polk, 311 for Johnston. Johnston trailed 21-7 at one point. that big rally to come back before the half. Again, 2-4 is what Johnston falls to, but you can't hang your head. I mean, what a game against the number 1 team in the state.
Yeah, these guys, a lot of credit to the Johnston Dragons, the coaching staff. They had these guys ready to play. They had a good game plan coming out there. They were able to pass the ball. They ran just enough to keep them honest. Shout out to Nuss, sticking back there, Will Nuss, a quarterback. We're seeing the maturation of a junior quarterback stepping back in there, kept slinging it downfield, got it within 3 there in the fourth quarter against the number 1 team in the state on their home field. So a lot there that Johnston did a good job tonight, coming in here and playing really, which is a dominant Southeast Polk team.
Connor Mobley, 20 of 31 for 215 yards. Good night for him. He caught a touchdown pass, so that's one of the 6 yards there. Holden Hansen had a touchdown pass to him. C.J. Phillip, what a night. 3 touchdowns, 22 rushes, 141 yards. Will Nuss, 14 of 29, 247 yards. Officially going to get him with 5 touchdown passes, A heck of a game for Will Nuss, just not enough in the end. Southeast Polk will move to 6-0 on the season. Johnston will fall to 2-4. For Jeff on stats, for Aaron, Reese, and Randy on our production crew, he's Tim Halber. I'm Blake Walker saying so long. Thank you for watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.